Here's to the lucky ones, the survivors, the rescues. They're not chihuahuas nor shih tzus. They're not beagles nor bulldogs. But they need just as much love and care and a good home. Some may have unknown histories, and most have troubled pasts. But what matters now is their future. So if you have the courage and the patience, the heart and the home, there is a rescue who needs you. Because when you adopt a rescue, you help change a life. And don't be surprised if that life turns out to be yours.
Joining us tonight to watch this episode. We're excited to have you all join us as we tackle
to understand the realities of homeless animals, but for us to convey that message, let's fix it first because people are commenting that they cannot hear us. And there's no,
sige.
so let's fix it first lang.
Ganda na script mo.
Yeah. Let's see. I think it's okay na now. I'm checking the comment section again. We're so sorry because we're rescuers. It's our first time to try via Zoom and then streaming it again via your screen to StreamYard. I'm checking if everyone can hear already.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I think everyone. So yeah, let's just give a little recap again of what's happening tonight.
Yep.
Ish, you tonight's webinar to everyone since
Sige, ulitin ko yung hindi ko alam kung saan ako nag-stop. But yeah, ayun nga. So again, welcome everyone to, yeah, this is going to be the last of our webinar series for the week. So for tonight, we are very excited to have you all join us as we tackle animal welfare issues with individuals from different sectors and organizations. Um, uh, Uy, hindi ko sure if meron. sa YouTube, sa YouTube wala siya.
Your other device so that it doesn't echo. Yeah, but anyway, while we're fixing all the technical difficulties, again, this is the last webinar for the week. So we've had a week-long we actually are having a week-long celebration of International Women's Anniversary. So we started basically a puzzle that we wanted to reform. So day one was about caring for community tasks, and basically future animals can be a part of the community. We just have to educate people how it should be done. We have to, be able to strive. Again and again, rabies is real, but we have to opt for humane ways to solve the problem. And then the second webinar was all about responsible rescuing. So right after we take them out from the streets, after we do the TNBR and educating the community, we wanted to emphasize how important responsible rescuing is. And then our third webinar was we talked about the life rescue operations, the rescuers, the people thank. But we wanted to acknowledge the vets because again and again, they're the ones actually who treat the animals, and we're the ones just doing the post care. And then we also talked about caring for puppies and kittens, but we focused last night on kittens because I think more people are into dogs than cats. And, in the middle of the pandemic, there's just too many kittens thrown in the garbage. People wanted to step up, but they don't know what to do every time they pick up a kitten. So that's basically what we focused on last night. And tonight is the highlight of this week's webinar series. And this tonight is going to be exciting. But more importantly, it's going to be informative. We're going to have a roundtable for animal welfare, and we're very happy that, very special people graced us tonight to just explain to us their functions. And again, we want this to be an avenue of unity. We want everyone to collaborate. We want to break those walls because, let's admit it, there's still, we have all these walls with regards to NGOs, to LGUs, and all of the other departments concerned. But we want to be able to collaborate with everyone, want to be able to unite everyone so we are able to achieve our common goal, which is really just creating a kinder community for our furry friends. So, Ish, go ahead.
Yan. Ako na ba yung mag... Wait, ikaw yung naka-spotlight. Ay, ayan, may ganyan pala. Ayan, so thank you, Malu, for that introduction. So really, we encourage everyone to just be open-minded and then also just ask your questions. And then andito naman po tayo lahat to listen and just learn from each other. So yun, before we officially start, I'll share my presentation in a while. Syempre, we just wanted to thank all of our sponsors, Krispy Kreme and Jamba Juice. And also, just a few reminders for everyone watching. Don't forget to share this live and get the chance to win 100 pesos GCash And also, please join our raffle for a cause. Mechanics are posted in our page. So, yun po. So, I'll just share my screen. Yeah, so okay, so yep, thank you everyone. I think we can really go to the really the start of our webinar for tonight. So again, as Malu mentioned, this is going to be the last of our series of webinar. I'm really going to focus on sa animal welfare in the Philippines. And then ang magiging objectives po natin for tonight is syempre ma-review and maturuan yung mga viewers din natin ng details about our Animal Welfare Act. And if meron po kayong mga tanong, please do send it in the comment section. And then, yeah, in really, sana po makapag-brainstorm tayo ng ideas or makakuha po tayo ng learnings from yung mga experience ng mga guest speakers natin. And then, hopefully, maka-identify tayo ng ways on how to move forward. Yeah. All right. So really also just a few housekeeping guidelines for everyone. Yeah. So we encourage everyone to just set egos or any personal agendas aside. So this webinar aims to bring togetherness for homeless animals. No more, no more, no less. We also encourage everyone to observe respectful and professional communications at all time. And yeah, kindly keep your microphones muted at all times to avoid distraction. And then, yeah, personal recording is not allowed. So we'll just be giving everyone a copy of the webinar. So thank you very much. Okay, so I think we can start. Siyempre, before kami mag-usap and magtanungan, we do want to introduce everyone first. Gusto po sana namin magkaroon ng parang introduction sa lahat ng tao na nandito po sa webinar ngayon. So, yeah, we want to call each one of the participants to do like an introduction about yourself. So please give an introduction about yourself, your experiences with animal welfare, and yeah, so we'll call each one. And yeah, so pakilala nyo lang po yung sarili nyo, any background info regarding your experiences with animal welfare, and lastly, please tell us what does animal welfare mean to you. So I would like to call first Lara's Arc. If you would please introduce yourselves and yeah, just tell us about your experiences.
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Kai from Lara's Arc. I'm here with Titan today. Thank you so much for having us. We are a Philippine animal shelter. Hi, Titan. We're a Philippine animal shelter and sanctuary sharing the joy of rescues. And our founder, Susan Lara, has been rescuing for over 40 years. But it was the eruption of Taal volcano that really brought us together to save the countless animals who had been left behind on the island and in the town surrounding the volcano. And today we rescue, rehabilitate, and rehome. So my role within the organization is I am head of digital and I tell the stories of the animals. And I speak to adopters, interview adopters, and I'm also a foster mom to some of the more troubled cases. So my experience really with animal welfare is almost in the finish line after the abuse has happened. I haven't done rescues, but I do the aftermath, which is the emotional and physical healing of the dogs once they're in our care. And what animal welfare means to me, it's the state of an animal's well-being and a very like holistic perspective, physical, emotional, psychological. Yeah, that's for me. Kaita, go ahead.
Sorry, my background's still inverted. I don't know why. On my screen, it's okay, but on YouTube or Facebook, it's it's still inverted. But anyway, thank you for that, Kai. So my name is Titan, and I do rescue operations and adoption screening for Lara's Arc. So we do a lot of disaster rescues, which is why I'm here. to know more and to iron things out. Because in the past, we have had some not really arguments, but misunderstandings with some government units. And yeah, so we're here to learn more about that and see where we can go, or if we can plan something out, partner with some government agencies or something like that. That would be really great.
So
Thank you,
yeah, thank you, Titan, and thank you, Kai. So we're looking forward to your questions later, and then once we start with the topic. So thank you. Um, Next is I would like to invite Miss Sheena from Pet Avenue to do like a quick introduction and then share with us what animal welfare is for you. Oh. Miss Sheena, you're on mute.
Okay.
Hi, Miss Sheena. Good evening.
Hello. Hi. So my name is Sheena. I'm the founder of Pet Avenue. I have anxiety, so I'm so sorry if I get panicky. This is my first time. Woo.
It's okay. Kami rin po. Medyo kami rin kinakabahan din kayo. Pare-pareho
Yeah.
tayo.
So I founded Pet Avenue on 2 years ago, 2019. I have followed various rescue groups, and I've learned that not everyone who says they donated actually donate. So what I did was I put all my money, which I think I only had about 30,000, and then I cut down to 7,000 to put up a online pet shop. So that's what Pet Avenue is. So I'm working with individual rescuers in Davao City, in Sutan, Kudarat, General Santos, Digos, Butuan, and Agusan del Sur. We're making Pet Avenue as our source of funds. But we only post funny memes and then major cases. So I've also seen other rescue groups who post most of their posts were actually like hindi naman morbid, pero exposed wounds and stuff like that. And they really affected me. So I learned that, you know what, animal cruelty exists already. And we don't need to put that on the face of people while they're doing Facebook. So I try to like lay low on that and just keep funny memes uploaded. And when I see that we're getting audiences, that's when we boost our major case. And we work with animal welfare desk here in Davao City. We have animal welfare desk. So if there are cases that we cannot handle, we can handle every case actually. We have dog whisperers like Zarathustra. But if there are cases where we need a police assistance, we can always go to our, animal welfare desk. So far, we're doing great here in Davao City, and we're very happy to be part of this EHAD 2021. Thank you so much for inviting us.
So we're very
what's animal welfare for you?
Animal advocating for animal welfare should be about the animals. It's not us. It's not ourselves. It's not our pride. It should not be about us. When one is fighting for their pet and you see that they are not providing enough for the pet, loving them, saying, I love my pet, you can't take them away from me, that's not enough reason for you to give the pet back. You fight for it. Because it doesn't matter what their emotions are, the welfare of the pet is more important. And when people criticize you for doing it, you do it because of the animal, not for yourself, not for your pride. And taking rescues in under our care does not give you a title in the community. It does not make you relevant to the community. So let's not hoard just so we can keep that I'm an animal rescuer as the title. It's always the animals. You think about the animals, not yourself. So you rescue, you rehabilitate them, and then you put them up for adoption. You empty your hand so you can get another animal out of the road.
I think sa magandang sa atin ni Sheena, sobrang we feel it, and then we like everyone we've talked to the past weeks, ganun din, like, and it's so nice to hear that we're all like in the same world. We're all, yeah, we have the same
Here,
heart.
Animal Welfare Help Desk Task Force in Davao.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay, so thank you, Miss Sheena. So we'll talk again later. If you do have any questions, yeah, just also raise it later. So thank you very much. The next person that I would like to call on is Miss Jana from the Magete Animal Sanctuary. So I hope let me just oops, hi, add her to the spotlight. So hi, Miss Jana or Yana?
Jana.
Jana, hi Jana.
Hi, hello, good
So,
evening.
hi Jana. So yeah, so glad that you're able to join us. So please do like introduce yourselves and what is the team that you're part of?
Okay, so hi, I'm Jana. I'm from Dumaguete Animal Sanctuary. So it was founded in 2019 by a foreigner named Christine Askew and her husband Robbie. So I've actually been a part of the organization since it was founded. We got SEC registered last October 2019, I think. So I'm part of the board members as well. My role is pretty much, just a little bit of everything, depending on what my schedule allows me to do because I work full time. So when I'm available, I sometimes assist in rescues. We go through the inbox because actually, what some people don't know when you start a shelter is that the amount of messages you get, you cannot believe the amount of messages that you will get in a day. And when somebody like a regular citizen will post a photo or a video of a stray dog that's in need, 15 to 20 people will message you about the same case.
Mm.
So there's always that, and you have to reply to each one of them appropriately because emotions can run high when you're dealing with something like this. So there's an aspect to that that people don't really know. And apart from that, there's also decision making because most of the time running a shelter isn't just rescuing, it's not just rehabilitating. There's a lot of behind the scenes work that happens. Can we afford to run the shelter for another month? Do we have the budget? Are the donors still donating? So there's a lot of that. So yeah, so my job is basically just a little bit of everything. And then for me, animal welfare really is striving to give not just your pets, not just the animals that you know, or not just the animals that are cute, but striving to give every single animal out there the best quality of life that they can get. Whether that's a stray dog, whether it's your pet, they all deserve the best quality of life that they can get. Because the treatment towards pets here in the Philippines and the treatment towards stray dogs, there's such a big gap. And ideally, the respect should be there between, we're all creatures here. So respect should be there, whether it's a pet or whether it's a stray. They should be afforded the same quality of life. So for me, that's what animal welfare is.
Yeah, so ano yun, Manu? Sorry. Yeah,
Miss
so
Jana.
ano yun, Malu? Sorry.
No, I just said thank you, Miss Jana. And
Ah.
amen said.
Yeah, so yeah, thank you, Miss Jana. So that was so nice to hear from you. And then yeah, so if you have, we'll look forward to talking with you again later. And yep, and then yeah, next is we do want to the last group that we wanted to introduce from the animal welfare groups is Animal Rescue Team Metro East. So
That was so nice to hear from you, and then so if you have, we'll look forward to talking with you again later. And
Oh.
yep, and then
oh,
yeah.
so now we
want to
Miss
or last
Kathy and Miss Jassy, I would like to
Yes.
request if you can mute po muna yung, I think narinig po kasi yung stream from,
Nakamute yun sa akin.
Okay.
Ma'am Kat, baka yun sa'yo yung naka-open.
yan, okay. So yan. I think,
Thank you, sorry.
better. So, thank you. So ito naman po, we have Miss Jassy and Miss Kathy from Animal Rescue Team Metro East. So thank you for joining us tonight. So can you also like give a quick introduction about your team and then what is animal welfare for you?
Okay. Good evening.
Yep, Miss Kathy, okay.
Okay. Loud and clear. Good evening, everyone, and my name is Kathy from Animal Rescue Team Metro East. Metro East because galing kami sa Marikina, founded from Marikina, Pasig, Antipolo, Quezon City, and somewhere in East part. Animal Rescue Team po found na-establish po ito nung pumutok lang si Taal. So, una po kasi nagkaroon kami ng, yung founder po namin is actually Sir Charles and Ma'am Paula and others, member of the team. Then, nag-organize po kami ng relief operations una para sa mga tao. Back then, nakita namin kasi yung situation through Batangas na hindi ganun ka-overwhelmed pagdating sa hayop. So, nag-try kami o we try na gawa kami ng team para sa hayop naman kasi mas kailangan din ng atensyon ng mga hayop na nandun sa Batangas. Mga apektado rin sila, hindi lang naman tao ang apektado ng mga sakuna. So doon po, so nag-start then the rest of the history is ako po si Cathy, ako po ang tumatayong bilang president the rescue operation. Mostly po ako yung pumupunta sa mga impoundings, ako yung mga pumupunta sa mga vets,
Bigla ang rescue, mga ganon.
parang basta volunteers naman po kami lahat dito. Yan, yan po ang Animal Rescue Team Metro East. Ma'am Jassy, thank you.
Since nga na nasabi lang nga po ni Ma'am Kat, yung ano namin, yung pong history namin, talagang ano po yun, kasi talaga pong biglaan lang po talaga yun, yung ano na yun, yung pag buo po nung ano na yun group na yun So, January 12, pumutok yung Taal, and then, January 15, kami po nag-start na po kami na mag-rescue operation po sa Taal. And nakakatuwa nga po sa amin kasi personally po talaga, hindi po talaga kami doon magkakakilala. So, that day lang po talaga kami nagkakilala doon. And yun nga po. So, hanggang sa nagtuloy-tuloy na, and then we conducted 10 rescues doon with follow-ups, and then we rescued po ng mga 70 animals na rin po.
So baby po talaga yung rescue team. Kaya
Yes, opo.
gusto namin makinig ng mga gandong webinars kasi alam namin marami kaming matututunan.
So kami din po talagang parang sobrang gusto namin. And then it was so nice to hear din na parang halos lahat po nung nami-meet namin talagang nag-start nung Taal eruption ng mga rescue team. So like, diba? So we were able to do something good with that kind of event. But ayun po, so just to close, ano po ba ang animal welfare for you, Miss Cathy and Miss Jassy?
Yes. Okay. Animal welfare, actually, meron akong, bago ako sumali sa team, meron akong dog. Bigay siya ng tita ko. Hindi ako ganun attached sa hayop kasi meron akong hika. So, pinagbabawal talaga sa akin yan. But then, nung napunta ako ng Taal, dun ko nakita na mas kailangan ng participation ng tao sa hayop. Kasi all of us are God's creations, di ba? So, dun ko mas nag-open wide yung aking pananaw na mas kailangan nating mahalin sila. Animal welfare is about respect, give love and care. Kung anong meron tayong tao, dapat meron din yun sa kanila.
So, thank you. And how about you, Miss Jassy?
Ayan, bali ko lang sa, nadagdagan ko lang din naman yung, yung sinabi din naman ni Ma'am Kat. So lang, simple lang na, since nga na they are part of this world din, so kailangan din naman nila rin ng pagmamahal. Diba? Love, respect, especially po ng kindness. So, yun yung kulang diba? Yun yung kulang sa mga sa mga strays, diba? Sa mga hayop. So, yun po.
So, thank you, Miss Cathy. Thank you, Miss Jassy. So, we'll definitely usap po ulit tayo later sa second part. So, we'll see you again. So, thank you very much. So, yung next naman po na we wanted to introduce is from a representative from the Bureau of Animal. Oh no, hindi ko alam. From BAI po. Pasensya na po. So, sorry, kinakabahan po kasi ako.
And by the way, Ish is all the way in Canada. In
Pasensya na
Canada.
po.
In Germany.
Pasensya na po, Miss Cheng. But we do have... Sorry, kinabahan po kasi. So we do have Miss Dr. Sheila Ordinario from BAI. So welcome po. Please do introduce yourself po to everyone who's watching tonight.
Hello, good evening. I just want to ask, can you hear me ba? Or
yes, po.
Yes,
we need to
we
make
can.
adjustments? It's good.
Yeah. Loud and clear. Yes.
Okay, thank you. So good evening, everybody, and good morning-ish. Good afternoon. Okay, so I am Dr. Maricela Ordinario. I am a licensed vet. I graduated years ago from UPLB. So I'm a licensed vet, and prior to being here at the Bureau, I worked as a companion animal veterinarian. So I worked at a clinic for 8 years, and I'm still a little bit practicing naman companion animal medicine. So for the information then of everybody, so I have 8 cats, all are rescued. I currently have 6 dogs, and lahat din sila are, if not rescued, bigay. So I don't buy. So for the information of everybody. So ayun. So animal welfare for me is karapatang panghayop. So it's the welfare, kapakanan nga ng ating furry companions. So that's it. So good evening, and I hope we would have a fruitful discussion kasi it will be very helpful for us at the Bureau to get your feedbacks, to get your point of view, for us to be able, syempre, to create policies na magiging may benefit tayong lahat.
Thank you, Doc.
Yeah,
We're
thank
looking
you, Doc.
forward.
Yeah, we're looking
Fruitful
forward
and
to-
healthy discussion again, everybody, especially for those watching.
Yeah, so thank you, Dr. Sheng. So we'll see you again later po. Yeah, so the next person po that I wanted to introduce, so we're very lucky to be joined po by our city vets. So we're able to invite po the Bulacan, the city vet po of SJDM Bulacan. So I would like to introduce to you all to Dr. RB Banaag. So let's spotlight po natin siya.
Yay, Doc RB.
Ayan. Hi, Doc. Hi, Doc RB.
Gabi po. Good evening.
Good evening
Hello.
po. So, kamusta naman po kayo
so,
dyan?
okay naman po. Ito.
please.
Ako po si Doc RB Banaag. No, ako po yung rabies coordinator sa City of San Jose del Monte City Veterinary Office. And as well, ako rin po yung chief ng City Veterinary Hospital. Meron po kasing sariling veterinary hospital ang City of San Jose del Monte under the supervision of our city veterinarian, Dr. Arvin Agapito. Sorry at hindi po siya naka-attend tonight. Pero huwag kayong mag-alala, i-relay ko sa kanya lahat ng mapag-uusapan natin dito. And ang City Veterinary Office po ng San Jose del Monte ay kami po yung isa sa mga partners ng Portion Project pagdating po dito sa Bulacan. Kaya maraming salamat po, Ma'am Malu, dahil ginawa nyo kaming isa sa mga partners ninyo. At actually, noong una natakot kami sa kay Ma'am Malu, yung kwento ko lang. Kasi pumunta sa dog pound namin yan eh. And alam naman natin lahat na halos lahat ng city veterinary offices may sari-sariling impounding facility. And kaya yun, pero nung later on, nag-uusap kami nila, ma'am, nagkaroon kami ng mga series of meeting. And then, maganda yung mga napag-usapan namin. And later on nga yan, nagkaroon kami ng partnership with the Portion Project. Kaya masaya kami kasi naging part kami nung project na ito. Kaya thank you po, ma'am, sa pag-invite sa City Veterinary Office ng City of San Jose del Monte. And yung animal welfare kasi, para sa akin, ito yung ito yung totality ng ng well-being ng mga hayop. Pumapasok dito kung paano natin sila humanely natin treat. Yan. Yun yung siguro yung pinaka-quote na magandang may sa kanila. How we humanely treat the animals. No? So, yun po.
Yep, so
Thank you, Doc RB.
Thank you, Doc RB. And then, as a
Mabuhay
volunteer,
kayong lahat.
mabuhay po. And as a volunteer po, as from Passion, nakita ko po talaga yung partnership niyo with our team. And we really appreciate po everyone from Passion Project. Talagang.
Yeah. And FYI lang talaga is, I think like 75-80% of the rescues at the shelter, sila yung nagkapon. So they really went to the shelter and would regularly help us spay and neuter our rescues. And yun sa mga hindi din alam na, San Jose del Monte City Vet actually offers free spay and neuter dun sa mga mag-a-adapt dun from their pound. So yun, we're just very happy with the partnership that we have with them, and we pray na more and more city vets will have the same programs too. So thank you again, Doc RB.
Thank you, Doc RB. So we'll see each other again in a while. So thank you very much po. So the next guest speaker that I want to introduce to you is our representative from the Quezon City, the City Vet po, and we were able to invite Dr. The City Vet for Quezon City. But we also wanted to invite Mayor Joy Belmonte, but unfortunately she was not able to join us for tonight. So but we got like a message from her. She also has a message for everyone for the International Homeless Animals Day celebration. So I think we'll just play the message first before we officially introduce Dr. Cabel to everyone. So Nag-play na ba yung video? Hindi pa nag-play. I think. Sige, wait lang tayo.
Yeah, it's okay. If you're having problems with having to play the video, maybe we can just welcome Dr. Cabel first.
Yep, okay. So, wait lang. Okay, yan. Oh, no, sorry, wrong. I'm sorry, hindi ko siya malagay sa spotlight.
But it's okay. Dr. Cabel, are you there? There she is. I think you're just on mute, Doctora.
Ayan po. Yan. Hi, Doctora. Yan.
Yeah. Hi, Doc. You're just on mute. You're just on mute pa now. There.
Okay.
There.
Okay na po.
Yeah.
So I'm Dr. Ana Marie Cabel, City Veterinarian, Quezon City. We are running a city pound in Quezon City for years, but now we are undertaking a big leap towards protection of roaming or homeless animals, moving towards the care and protection of animals as useful members of our community. So, nire-rebrand na po namin ang aming City Pound sa Quezon City Animal Care and Adoption Center. So, magpo-focus na po kami ng mag-reduce ng roaming and homeless animals with due regards to animal welfare. Mag-establish po kami ng clinics, 1 clinic per district. So we have 6 districts in Quezon City para may for animals or pet owners to have accessibility to treatments. We give free rabies and vaccination, free spay and neuter. Yeah, that's it.
Doctora, what for you is animal welfare?
Animal welfare we have looked ways to reduce roaming and homeless animals and dogs population with due regards to animal welfare. So as part of our community, i-rehabilitate namin sila, i-rehome namin sila, at we will train them to be useful animals. Ang balak po namin sa kanila to be ibigay sa mga police detachment, sa mga barangays, sa mga health centers. Pero before that, we have to train them first, rehabilitate, and treat them. Yun po ang animal welfare sa amin.
Yep.
Thank you, Doctora.
So,
We're looking forward.
Doctora. So yeah, ayun po, thank you so much po for joining us tonight, and yeah, we're really looking forward po na makausap din po kayo later and hear your thoughts about the topics that we've prepared for everyone. So thank you po, Doctora.
Thank you.
The next speaker that I want to introduce to you is also a very special person we were able to invite tonight. So I don't know if you've seen the posts of her that we've shared. So we're very lucky that we're able to invite Miss Abigail Ugoban. Let's add her to the spotlight. So hi, Miss Gail.
Miss Gail, she's one of my favorite people in animal welfare.
So,
Okay na?
Ayan, hi Miss Gail. Sorry, nagulat ka ba? Pasensya na.
Hello
So
po.
for
Hi,
everyone
Thank you.
watching us,
Thanks for having me.
yeah, Miss Gail is
Okay ba? Naririnig po ba, ma'am?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Yeah, so Miss Gail is a police officer from Philippine National Police, and she's based in Davao City. So hi, Miss Gail. So we're very happy to get to meet you tonight. So please do introduce yourselves to everyone po na nanonood.
Hi, thank you po, Sean. Thank you, Miss Malu, for inviting me. Isang karangalan po ito. And I am Police Corporal Abigail Ugoban. 7 years na sa service, and nag-rescue din po ako ng aso at pusa. Kaya lang mga 70% ng na-rescue ko nasa bahay. Foster care. Opo. Then, siguro mag-share ko lang na experience ko nung nag-rescue ako, yung mga puppies na inilibing ng buhay. Ako talaga yung naghukay sa gabing nun. Parang gusto ko nang kalimutan na pulis ako kasi ang sarap pumatay nun.
Grabe po. Yeah. So, ilan po sila na puppies na rescue nyo that night?
9 puppies.
9 dinilibing. Oh my God.
Yes. Mataas yung pinaglibingan nila, kaya yung iba namatay na rin. 4 lang yung buhay na nadala namin sa station, at saka nabatay din kalaunan after 2 months dahil sa infection po. Ayun.
So, Miss Gail, can you just tell us a little bit about your animal welfare advocacy there, because we're really just in
Ah,
awe of what
oo.
you do, and we're so grateful that police officers like you exist. So can you just tell us your story there?
Okay. Dito sa Budawan Police Station, dito sa Davao City, Miss Malo, hindi sa Iligan pa. Kay Davao City. Kasi maraming lumalapit sa akin na, ma'am, patulong kasi ang daming strays doon. Pinopost sa Facebook, yan, dog pound na naman. Kaya napaisip ako tuloy, ano bang pwede kong gawin? Since may vet technician naka-assign dito sa district namin, kinausap ko kung pwede kung pwede ba mag-offer sila ng libreng kapon. Meron naman daw. So, nagpaalam ako sa station commander namin kung pwede ko bang pasukin yun. And he said yes. Kasi very supportive siya. So, ayun, very lucky din ako and hindi ako nag-expect na yung response ng Davao City Vet napakaganda. Kasi sabi nila na okay lang na tumulong ako mag-organize kasi dito, GCQ kasi, ma'am. Opo, GCQ. Ang hirap, hindi pwedeng marami yung mga tao na invite mo. Dapat limited lang. So, I asked them na tutulong na lang ako sa pag-organize. Kami yung magkocontrol ng crowd. Kami yung magkocontrol sa PNP ng mga listing ng magpapakapon. 50 heads lang per activity. Kahit umabot ng 100 yung aso, basta yung tao, 50 heads lang talaga. Balikan na lang. Tapos, yun, nag-promise ako sa tao dito sa Davao na tutulong ako kahit hindi na dito sa district namin, kahit outside our jurisdiction na, kahit buong Davao City na, sana na umabot sa buong Pilipinas na lang yun. Ma-inspire ko lang yung mga kasamahan ko na mga pulis ba na tumulong na din sa City Vet kasi okay naman ang City Vet. Okay naman ang City Vet eh. Walang problema naman. Di ba? Yun.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Miss Gail.
Thank you, Miss Gail. And
Dami pa naming tanong sa'yo, pero
Oo, ang dami namin tanong. So,
Q&A.
so later po,
Bakbakan mamaya.
bakbakan.
Sa bakbakan.
Chichikahan po tayo later.
Pero sana lahat ng kapon may PNP na nagbabantay. Level yung kapon nila, PNP taga-bantay.
Oo, kasi sa ma'am, dun sa venue, kami talaga yung from operation, kami yung nagdadala sa recovery area kasi hindi pwedeng pumasok yung mga owners. Kasi crowd na, marami nang papasok doon, hindi namin makontrol, baka alam mo na mga bashers natin, mali lang yung binabantayan. Kaya kami na mismo ang magdadala dun sa recovery area, sasauli sa kanila after.
Yes, imagine mo mga police nag-carry ng mga kakakapon kasi dadalhin sa recovery area. Ang cute.
Sobrang cute nga. Nakatawa nga po yung photos nyo. Sobrang nakakatawa. Yung grupo nyo po.
Thank you po. We'll talk
Sige
to you
po.
again later.
I'll talk to you again, Miss Abby, Miss Gail. So thank you. And then actually, yes, we just have one final speaker that we want to introduce to you. So we're lucky to be able to introduce po a lawyer po, a fiscal. So we'd like to welcome everyone, Mrs. Lilian Alejo. So hello po. Add ko lang po sa spotlight. Hi po, Miss Lilian.
Hello.
Hi,
Good evening. Good evening to all of you. I was listening to all their introductions. I am a senior assistant state prosecutor of the Department of Justice. And we handle all kinds of cases. But sa Department of Justice, sa DOJ, sa Central Office, ang hinahandle namin cases yung mga big cases, as in big, no? As in yung mga controversial cases like the Dengvak shooting. Currently, I am the chairperson of the Task Force Against Human Trafficking of the Department of Justice, no? I have been a prosecutor there for more than 27 years. So I feel that I'm the oldest here. So kayong babata nyo. And I am also working closely with our prosecutors, our fiscals down there in the field. In fact, listening to Police Officer Abigail, pag problema mo, mag-file ka ng case, sabihin mo sa akin, utusan ko isang fiscal namin doon na entertain ka. Okay? So, yan, tamo, nag-thumbs up siya. That's a promise. Okay? So, ipapiliin kita. Gusto mo ba yung regional prosecutor? Si Janet Cabrero, o yung second in rank, si Robbie Rason. I have access to both of them. You let me know. Okay? Hindi po yabang. Okay, anyway, I have never
yung mga
been...
animal abusers sa Davao ngayon.
I've never
Patay na
been
sila.
involved in any animal rescue except for the fact na pag sa DOJ, kasi minsan may mga dogs doon na pumapasok stray. Pag pinagmamalupitan ng gwardiya, bumababa ako from my office at inaaway ko sila, gusto mong kasuhan kita. Pag bumaba si Fiscal Alejo, lagot silang lahat, okay? Bring the dog, okay? So ganun po, no? And then kasi meron din kaming isang staff doon na siya yung taga-sumbong. Ma'am, si ganito, ginanito yung animal. Siyempre, baba na naman ako, di ba? Aawayin ko. Oo. So, not really into or active in those things. But then, sumasama ang loob ko kapag whenever I hear animal cruelty, no? Like for example, sa pets namin, kinakausap ko rin yan. Sabi ko, tell me, pag may nag-maltreat sa'yo, mommy will prosecute to the maximum of her ability. Okay? So, and, I'm suffering, my husband and I are suffering from animal abuse. No? Kami yung ina-abuse ng aming mga pets. No? Hindi ako pwedeng umuwi na walang pasalubong. O kaya baka they will devour me alive. And then, marami spoiled sila, actually spoiled. And I pray every day for animals, especially those in shelters. Kasi I once saw sa television na may tinatawag palang death row. Galit na galit ako. So I asked God to send angels to feed them and to adopt them because kawawa naman sila, no? So, known ako for that. Inaaway ko talaga pag may nagmamaltrato sa animals. I cannot actively prosecute. I mean, ang prosecutor kasi, fiscal, we just wait for the complaint. Alam ni Madam Abigail yan. Sila yung magrereklamo, dadalhin sa fiscal, kami ang mag-a-action dyan. I cannot be also involved in any organization kasi that would mean magiging partial ako. Kasi dito sa atin, unlike yung mga napapanood ninyo ng mga trial dyan sa abroad, ang judges na nagde-determine kung ita-trial ba yung case na yan. Dito sa Philippines, in our criminal justice system, the prosecutors determine if a case is to be filed in court. Pag sa tingin ni fiscal, ay wala lang yan, i-dismiss niya yan. Alam yan ni Abigail. Tama, Abigail? Oo, pagka sa tingin ni fiscal, dapat i-file yan sa court, i-file talaga yan sa court. And that is what I'm telling Abigail. You let me know if you need help. Okay? So, I'm also in the field of women and children, no? And kanina sino yung taga UPLB? I listened
from Bai po.
Bai po, si Dr. Shane po.
I lectured there several years ago. Do not ask when. I forgot already. They invited me, the Veterinarian Society something, but they requested me to not to lecture on animal welfare, but about violence against women and their children act. So that's more or less my field, no? And sila, I think it was the Veterinarians Association there because I went home with lots of dog products, no? So yun and animal welfare for me is being kind to animals.
Yeah,
They're God's creatures. They're God's creatures also. Pamaya mabaliktad yan, katulad ng Planet of the Apes, tayo yung nakakulong, sila sa labas. Imagine mo kung tayo yung malupitan yan, Diyos ko, matuwa ka ba niyan, di ba? So, sobrang imagination ko, pasensya na kayo. Pero, I really, on a serious note, kapag nakakarinig ako ng may cases na about animals being tortured, talagang gusto ko mag-volunteer. Sa Muntinlupa, I just left Muntinlupa. Kapag kulang kasi yung isang area namin, nangihiram ng fiscal dito sa central office. So I was borrowed by Muntinlupa for more or less 10 years, no? And then when I heard of a case about animal cruelty there, nag-volunteer ako, kaya lang meron ng isang fiscal na nag-handle.
So fiscal po talaga.
Ayusin mo yan, ha? kailangan panalo yan, no? Hindi pwedeng matatalo tayo, ayoko yon, I'm a sore loser, hindi pwede yon, no? So, yun, pag kami nakikita ko sa TV, nagagalit ako. I-file mo lang yan, magmakaawa ako sa Prosecutor General, ako pa-handling yan. Although the DOJ will not take cognizance of such cases kasi kumbaga maliit lang siya. Doon kami sa Dengvac siya. I'm handling 100 cases of Dengvac siya aside from trafficking in persons, okay, no? So, kumbaga, doon ka, yung si DOJ sa Central Office sa pang-big time yan. Oo. Ngayon, Abigail, pag walang nagpansin sa iyo dyan na piskal, isumbong mo sa akin. Susumbong ko yan sa regional prosecutor nila, sa big boss nila dyan. Okay? Okay.
Thank you po.
Can even tell the prosecutors there, the second in rank, Prosecutor Razon, DRP, Robert Michael Razon, that you know me, okay? That you heard about, okay? Oh, and then henceforth, he will be kind to you.
Maraming salamat po, ma'am.
Maraming salamat. Super thank you po. Thank you,
so
Fiscal
ngayon,
Sabang.
kailan kami ng complaint. Hindi kami pwedeng align sa inyo kasi baka sabihin, ay si Fiscal very partial. Hindi pwede yon. Kunyari impartial yan. Pero pag naging cruel sa dog, anong impartial dyan? Okay.
Simula tawa na lang. But thank you po. Thank you po,
Fiscal.
Fiscal Alejo. So we'll talk po again later. I think tayo po natin sobrang magandang pag-usapan later. But see you po later. But yeah, we do want to introduce po our last speaker. We're very lucky na nakahabol po one of our Potion champion. So we're very happy to have with us tonight Kong Ronnie. So thank you po for joining. Hi Kong Ronnie.
Hello, good evening. Good evening everyone. Sorry, a little late.
Buti po nakahabol kayo.
Lang po yung timing.
Just came from Iligan with the team. We visited Iligan and then Cagayan de Oro. So when we came back, sabi ko hindi namin pwede ma-miss to. So sorry again for being late. Again, congratulations everyone. Happy International Homeless Animals Day celebration. Una-una, pinapasalamatan natin ng Potion headed by your founder, si Malu. Very noble ito dahil pagkasama-sama mo kaming lahat. And also, thank you to Potion for giving me the chance to adopt Coco na inuubos po lahat ng tuwalya sa bahay hanggang ngayon. Pero mahal naman namin siya. And lahat ng kasing tuwalya, lahat yan, inuubos niya. Basta nakasabit yan. So again, and then because of Coco, what we saw in Coco, we were also very encouraged na nag-adapt kami ng isa pa. We saw a homeless dog in West Avenue last December. Talagang naawa nga kami yung team namin. Ako actually nakita ko siya mismo, naawa ko. Very frail siya, very weak. And then yung body niya panay sugat. Actually, yung mga bones niya lumalabas na sa katawan. Sobrang kawawa. So we adopted him. And we're very happy to announce na he's doing very well, very happy. Puting-puti na siya. And we decided to name him Wes. Kasi we found him at West Avenue. And again, iba naman ang gusto ni Wes. Mga sapatos naman ang inuubos niya. But again, we're very happy. And thank you again for this chance. And we promise that we'll continue to work together with Potion in Congress and even outside Congress. We're trying to do that. And narinig ko nga yung message ni Fiscal Alejo. Ma'am, if you're still there, we're also working on one case. Kung nabalitaan niyo pong lahat, yung nangyari po kay Eve. Yung dog sa Bulacan na tinorture po ng isang family. And we're still fighting for that. Until now, yung case nasa fiscal pa po. And we're talking to the fiscals and mukhang magkakaroon naman ng resolution soon. But
Provincial Prosecutor of Bulacan, if I may. Po.
Yes po.
Provincial
Yes po.
Prosecutor. Okay, I'll remember that. Let you kumbaga.
I will message you po. I will send you even the complaint po. I'll send you.
Yes. And also the name of the prosecutor handling it.
Yes po. Ito po yung case na GMA 7. Yung dog na Eve na ginulpi ng dalawang lalaki na may hawak po mga tubo. Really torture. Malu was there. Malu, sinamahan kami ni Malu nung nag-file tayo sa barangay and then nag-fiscal din kami. Nakasama namin si Malu. And nakausap naman ni Malu si Maria Veronica or we call her Nika. We're happy kasi si Nika hindi po umaatras dahil yung mga kalaban niya po mga goons masasamang tao. They were even threatening her, but she's very steadfast and very strong. And we commend her for that.
Don't worry. Pakulong natin.
Apo, hindi po natin titigilan to as promised po. And then outside, we're also very happy that BAI is here. Bureau of Animal Industry, as promised to BAI, will be sponsoring a bill this coming budget season to increase their budget na pangako naman nila sa atin. They will fight for the animals, animal welfare. So tutulungan din po natin ma-increase po yung budget nila dahil alam naman natin for BAI, medyo limited talaga ang resources nila. Sobrang kulang, just enough for salary of their employees. So hopefully, patulungan natin sila na ma-increase po nila yung budget nila and we're hoping for a better relationship, working relationship with BAI. I think, Malu, di ba, na ano na tayo with BAI, we have a relationship now and hoping that we can move forward and in working together. Again, thank you very much and it's a privilege, it's an honor to be working with Potion. And as promised po, dito tayo titigil. Maglalaban po natin ng mga animal welfare in the Philippines. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Salamat
you, Kong
po.
Ronnie. Sobrang so
Thank
nice
you,
to hear that po from
Kong.
you.
Yeah. Si Kong talaga yung champion natin. And again, to, everyone watching us, all of the billboards that you've seen on EDSA, it was really all because of Kong's help to, help us give a louder voice to animals, especially the stray animals. Kasi sobrang dami talaga yung mga nasasagasaan ng mga stray animals. So, we're very happy that, the campaign is still up and running. So many people are more cautious now. Siyempre, meron pa rin iba na careless, but kahit pa paano, more and more people are now aware that, these animals have a life too, and we really have to take a break for them. So thank you, Kong, for being our champion and for helping us, move forward. Thank you very much.
No. Thank you. Thank you for giving a chance to help kasi naman lahat naman tayo talaga. We share the same advocacy, same passion, and on a side note, hindi naman mahirap i-request yung billboard dahil artistahin naman talaga si Malu. So hindi mahirap ipakiusap yon.
Ang ganda nga po ng photos niyo talaga.
Sir, you let me know the name of the prosecutor, ha?
I will po.
Kasi kaka-retire lang ng dating provincial prosecutor na si Samonte, no? Ngayon si June Samonte, kare-retire lang niya. I don't know who was appointed as the provincial prosecutor, but the regional prosecutor of the whole of Region 3 is a very good friend.
Apo, I will give you the whole case file through Malu or directly.
Friendship ko.
Sige po, let's work together na para magkaroon po ng resolution maski na sa prosecutor side yun. Kasi talagang ano naman yun, dekahon yun, may evidence talaga, ma'am. At na ano yun, very clear yun. We have witnesses and may video and everything, it's clear.
Mag-follow up ako dun sa aming RP. He's the big boss of the whole of Region 3 and he's my friendship.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you po.
Thank you, Krista.
Yeah, so thank you very much. So thank you po for everyone din talaga na for giving your sharing your stories and sharing your insights. And then yeah, I think sa introduction pa lang sobrang dami na nating gustong tanungin, sobrang dami na nating gustong pag-usapan. But yeah, I think definitely we would like to move on na rin po talaga sa main part talaga no webinar for tonight. It's really raising of and opening po yung topics, yung mga key topics po for animal welfare, and then hopefully we can hear from everyone, yung thoughts niyo po and yung sagot niyo po sa questions namin. So,
yeah. Kong,
yep,
can you stay longer?
Yeah, I'll stay a little bit longer, but I'll leave in a while kasi I have another Zoom meeting.
Yeah,
but I'll stay.
If our participants right now have a question for Kong, pwede natin i-prio yon while he's still here.
Yep. Or call. Wait lang, ayusin ko lang yun.
Yeah, it's okay. Or maybe we can just ask the participants right now. If any one of you has any questions for Kong, I think now is the best time to ask him why
Thank you.
he's still here with us. Maybe you might want to ask like how he was able to assist us with all of these initiatives and all of the programs that we currently have. Like if meron kayong mga tanong, like ano ba yung power nila in Congress, kung ano ba talaga yung pwede nila na ma-assist sa atin ng mga rescuers, ng mga shelters, yeah, you can ask him now.
Actually, to shorten the discussion, what we're doing right now, together with Potion, dahil nakita naman talaga natin ang integrity and passion ni Malu, especially with Potion, inside Congress, we've been filing resolution to somehow amend the Animal Welfare Act dahil napansin po natin kulang pa rin po yung ipin and wala siyang teeth eh. Hindi niya talagang kulang na kulang. And then we're also working on increasing the budget as I discussed with the Bureau of Animal Industry para magkabalikat po yun, nabigyan din sila ng budget enough to somehow enforce yung Animal Welfare Act. And then outside Congress, we've been working together with Malu and Potion in talking to different agencies. Like last year, we were able to meet and discuss with LTFRB with regard dun sa mga dogs na kinukulong po sa baggage area ng mga PUVs or public utility vehicles. And somehow we were able to resolve that. And then once in a while, may mga cases na emergency, natutulungan po natin ang Potion together with our team sa mga barangay levels and then kahit na sa mga national or local governments. Like we're very happy also, Quezon City is also here. They've been very supportive, headed by Mayor Joy. Ang kagandahan po sa office ni Mayor Joy Belmonte, never po silang humindi dahil si Mayor Joy mismo is an animal welfare advocate. And she's been very supportive of us and we're very happy. And of course, everything lahat is a working progress. Dahil mahirap naman talaga to, sobrang laki ng problema. We're not even touching yung laki ng problema talaga natin. But as long as we all work together, we're hoping that things will be better. And again, thank you to Potion for giving us a chance to help.
Thank you, Kong, and to your whole team for being
No,
with us
thank you.
along the way.
Yep. I think maganda rin siya po na yun nga yung as mentioned po ni Kong Ronnie about the Animal Welfare Act, and then I think maganda rin itong opportunity to clarify po yung mga certain details about the Animal Welfare Act. I think also from me, Malu, for Potion, yun din po talaga yung main question ko for Kong Ronnie and also Dr. Sheng about yung details talaga and ano talaga yung covered ng Animal Welfare Act. I want to share, try ko po i-share yung screen ko, hopefully maging okay siya. So, mapakita namin yung slide. Okay naman po yung itsura sa inyo.
Yeah. Yeah, Ish.
Yep, okay. So, nag-prepare din po kami ng quick para na rin po ma-review and mapakita sa mga viewers natin kung ano talaga yung content ng Animal Welfare Act. And as said po nga ni Kong Ronnie, meron pong initiatives na magdagdag pa po tayo ng amendments. And then maybe I think for Dr. Sheng as well, maybe we can also clarify yung details talaga ng act and ano yung cover niya. Kasi po ako din po nung binasa ko siya, teka lang. Pinapaayos nila sa share screen.
Okay. But yeah, I think Ish, Doc Sheng also is leaving around in
so
less than 20 minutes. Maybe we can just clarify with her and let her speak on behalf of BAI, like what what the role of BAI is to animal welfare. Yeah, maybe we can just give her a few words.
Okay, so good evening. I am sorry. I am still at the office now. So I just waited for this kasi signal here is better as well as lighting. So I prefer to stay. I prefer to stay here. Kaya lang it's getting a bit late. I have to drive home pa to Makati. Kaya ako nag-advance notice. So of course, I would also like to hear nga, as mentioned earlier, what your thoughts are regarding the Animal Welfare Act. To be honest, kahit kami, we are also finding a lot of issues with the Animal Welfare Act. Kasi nga, kumbaga, kinuha kasi ni Animal Welfare Act napakadami, pero hindi niya kakayaning suportahan yung mga kinuha niyang gusto niyang i-implement. So, on our part, hirap din kami to fully implement yun ng mga yun ng gusto sanang i-implement ni Animal Welfare Act kasi nga hindi siya buo, kulang-kulang siya. So that's why here at the Bureau, okay, for everybody's knowledge, there is a committee actually, a committee on animal welfare, which is a recommending body na nagka-craft na merong duty to create rules and regulations for certain species of animals, so everything pertaining to animal welfare. So sa committee nanggagaling yung ating mga regulations, yung ating mga guiding regulations. So yung mga members ng committee prior, sila naman talaga ang bumuo ng ating Animal Welfare Act and certain administrative issuances. Kaya now, being part of the Animal Welfare Unit of the Bureau of Animal Industry, so kasama kami dun sa member ng committee. So we are at this point na we are trying to not really correct. We are trying our best to amend yung ating laws and the issuances for us to better implement nga yung what we think is yung iniisip ng mga proponents of the law and the bill and the proponents of the law and the issuances before. Kasi nga, yun nga yung nagiging problem namin dito sa Bureau. Hindi talaga namin siya, hindi nagiging maayos ang implementation kasi kulang-kulang siya. Unang-una na, walang anything, walang nabanggit for appropriations, unang-una, dun sa law. So, ang nagiging problem on our side, siyempre, hirap din kami na mag-implement kasi nga kulang kami sa tao unang-una. So hindi kami makapag-conduct ng proper na adjudication or proper na halimbawang may mga violators, hindi namin siya fully nga mahabol, hindi namin as much as we want to, hindi namin kakayanin kasi ang daming kulang. So we understand your sentiments. And we are trying the best we can to try to amend nga kung ano yung tingin naming urgent lalo na ngayon. So we have a lot of technical working groups actually to create issuances kasi we have a lot na wala. Wala tayo for wildlife. Wala tayo for marine mammals. Wala tayo for ruminants, large and small ruminants. Wala tayo for actually even grooming facilities. Ideally, meron tayo dapat dyan. Madami pang wala. Kaya lang marami kaming kailangang i-prioritize and a lot of them are actually in the pipeline already. Kaya lang yun nga, since kulang kami sa appropriation, kulang kami sa personnel, kung ano lang yung kakayanin namin i-address at this point, yun lang yung nabibigyan namin ng pansin. Kasi aside from sa function namin sa unit, by the way, for the information of everybody, we are not a division dito sa Bureau of Animal Industry. The Animal Welfare Unit is a unit composed of 7 personnel. So those 7 personnel, aside from functioning as regulatory personnel for the registration of animal facilities, kasi sabi nga sa Section 2, required ang registration na animal facilities. So nasa amin yon, nasa unit namin yon. Kami din sa amin din pumapasok ang complaints. So policy making, nasa amin din siya. Kaya madaming ginajuggle yung 7 taong yun. Kaya yun nga, if minsan may mga times na hindi namin na-address agad immediately, is because yun nga po, 7 lang kami. We only have 5 days a week. Kagaya ngayon, nandito pa ako sa office kasi prior to this, meron din akong meeting kanina. So yun nga po. So sana naiintindihan ninyo na we are trying our best. Ako, I just came here. Marami din po akong gustong mabago. Marami akong gustong madagdag kasi I acknowledge yung mga kulang-kulang. And I hope na I will get your understanding na at this point, marami po kaming inaayos. So I hope po ay maintindihan nyo kami. And we all, yung nga sabi ko may inatenan din ako isang forum couple of weeks back. Gusto ko umattend sa ganito kasi I want to get your feedback. Kasi hindi naman namin ginagawa ito para sa amin. Wala naman talaga kami makukuha dito for our own benefit eh. It is for everybody, para po sa inyong lahat. So, ayun po, as I always tell po sa aming mga webinars, by the way, I would like to invite everybody to attend our animal welfare webinars. Kasi we explain the Animal Welfare Act, our administrative issuances, ano ba si animal welfare. So I would like to take this opportunity to invite everybody to like and follow our Facebook page, BAIHWD Animal Health and Welfare Division, kasi doon po kami nagpo-post ng links for the registration for the animal welfare webinars. And as well as, if you have comments on our Animal Welfare Act, any issuances, I would also like to encourage everybody to send your comments, even complaints po sa ahwd@bai.gov.ph. Kasi that's where we get feedbacks. So we know where to improve on, kung ano yung pwede naming magawa. Pero yun nga, I would like to request your patience. Kasi we are trying to improve kung ano man yung nadatnan namin. So, ayun po. And I would like to thank Congressman Ong in advance for your initiative po. We appreciate it so much. And Director Eldrin Morales is actually, I forgot to mention earlier, he called kasi medyo mataas po ang BP niya this afternoon. So he opted na hindi na po muna mag-attend, but we were supposed to attend this afternoon. So yun po, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
But take it din po, Dr. Sheng, but definitely it's for our side man po talaga is we're very open naman to a partnership, and talagang yun din po yung talagang key learning namin from all the animal advocates groups that we've talked to. Talagang ang dami rin po talagang willing na mag-support. I mean, basta naman po talagang maintindihan lang namin ano yung kailangan namin gawin, ano po yung matutulong namin. So, about
And
you,
I think Ish, it was I appreciate how she acknowledged na the reason nga na they're not able to do a lot of these things is because kulang nga sila sa resources and sa tao. And that's why again we're appreciative doon nga sa ginawa ni Kong na isusulong talaga na bigyan nga sila ng additional budget. Kasi yun nga, that's the reason why hindi nga nila magawa itong mga programs and projects na to. Kasi as mentioned nga ni Doc Sheng, 7 nga lang sila. And I didn't know that. Many of that actually don't know that.
The Magnificent 7.
7. Actually, 1 just left. But good thing, nakapag-hire po kami kaagad ng bago. But dun po sa 7 na yon, 4 po doon ay hindi po permanent pa.
Actually, if I may, Malu and Sheng, if I may lang, we know naman the difficulties of BAI. We're very happy that Director Morales is very open, unlike his former predecessors, na mas hindi masyadong open. We're very happy na open yung doors natin. But if I may suggest, as promised, I will really work on the budget. Actually, nakausap ko na yung committee on sa DA, and Congressman Edgar promised naman that he will help. Tulungan niya tayo sa pag-raise ng budget for BAI. But for the meantime, siguro if I may humbly suggest, gamitin natin yung mga partners natin like Potion. Kasi kulang tayo sa tao, malaking tulong yan. Yung not just Potion, yung mga maayos na animal welfare groups. Na kasi hindi na, kahit na magdagdag tayo ng maraming budget, it will never be enough. The problem is too big, too huge. And by somehow tapping these groups, these animal welfare groups, makakatulong sila kahit na mag-report lang. And sana tuloy-tuloy ang pagkaso or paggalaw ng BAI kasi again, hindi naman kakayanin talaga. And we live in a world na may social media naman, mabilis magpasa ng information. So I suggest lang, Sheng, if you can also help us with that, malaking bagay yun. Again, not just for Potion. Yung ibang animal welfare group, itap din natin kasi malaking bagay like Malu is in Bacolod. So may Bacolod chapter, meron din tayong Manila, and then I'm sure may mga Mindanao, Visayas, Luzon. Malaking bagay yon. Yung 7 mo, easily pwede maging 70,000 yon. Just by asking these people for help. And at the end of the day, they may have different groups, may have sometimes different agenda, but I'm sure at the end of the day, for love naman ng animal welfare yan at makakatulong pa rin yan. Yun lang naman ang humble opinion ko. And sana matulungan mo kami dun, Sheng, dahil kailangan talaga natin ng help sa mga animal welfare groups.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thank you,
Kong.
Kong.
I think Doc Banaag from Bulacan City Vet actually made a comment here also.
Yun
in
nga,
our private
yun
chat.
din.
Sabi ni Doc RB na hindi ata natuloy yung deputization ng animal welfare officers sa iba't ibang cities and municipalities. So I'm glad na meron ng initiative na ganun dati. We just don't know what went wrong. But yun nga, when we did the contract with the partnership with BAI together with Kong, actually Potion Project's gonna be one of the deputized na. So we're just waiting na lang for the workshop. Kasi of course we wanna do things properly. So we're just waiting for the workshops and all of the trainings para yun nga, at the end of the day, we really wanna help you. We wanna know how we can help. Kasi yun nga, together here with other animal welfare groups from Visayas, from Mindanao, and then we also have groups here in Luzon. We're all here. We want you to know that we are your allies. And we really appreciate that, you na voice out ni tonight kung ano nga yung kakulangan and kung ano yung weaknesses natin. So, it's just, parang ang ganda lang na, kaya nga, ito yung purpose talaga ng Animal Welfare Roundtable because you wanna know kung ano yung mga pagkukulang natin and kung paano tayo makapag-work together to achieve our common goal. Yun nga, yung for the animals.
Yep.
So, thank you, Ms. Sheng.
Thank you,
For
Ms.
sure,
Sheng.
actually, if you'll stay pa, mas marami pang tanong regarding the pounds. But like you mentioned nga, na yun nga, we can just raise all our concerns sa page ninyo. We'll take note of all of the comments of everyone, and then we can consolidate them and forward it to your office kasi very controversial kasi yung mga issues sa pounds. So we'll take note of all of everyone's comments and then we can just forward it to your office.
Sige po, no problem po.
Thank you,
And then,
Ms. Sheng.
I would like to thank you po, Congressman, for your initiative, and Ms. Malu and Ish, maraming salamat. So yun nga, I would like to take this opportunity na if you have comments, we would appreciate that. Ayun.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you,
but
Red. Thank you very much.
Thank you po.
But yeah, if you have to go na po, no problem. So hopefully po sa susunod pwede naman po tayo anytime.
Sige po, just send an invite lang po, no problem.
Earlier.
Thank
you.
Agahan na lang po namin. Pasensya na po.
Earlier, yes.
But thank you po. And then
Because I am sure Director Morales would also know.
Okay, yes po.
Yeah.
Agahan na po natin. Thank you, Doc Sheng. But yeah, so if you have to go po, no problem. I think si Fiscal Lilian then had to also go early. But yeah, I think not a problem po. But thank you po, Ms. Sheng.
Thank you.
But yeah, yung sabi mo nga, Malu, I think we can go na rin to the next topic talaga, yung about, yung first topic talaga for the night is our questions about the City Pound situation. I would, of course, really invite the other groups like si Dana, si Miss Sheena, si Miss sila Jassy from Arte, and sila Titan. If you have any questions about the City Pound, maybe I'll highlight everyone para talagang makapag-usap tayo about this topic.
And then just let us know kung kanino nyo gustong itanong yung question. We actually had, I was reading the comments sa Facebook earlier. May mga tanong, I don't know, kay Kong siguro to. Nagtatanong lang sila kung ano yung mga amendments doon sa current Animal Welfare Act.
Okay, before I go, we'll be putting more kasi ang problema po natin dun sa Animal Welfare Act, wala nga siyang ipin. So, gagawa po tayo, we will have it revised. We'll add more teeth to it. Kasama na po yun criminal liabilities po. Kasama na rin po yun, laging sinasuggest ni Malu, na may mga nag-breed ng dogs na illegally. Na minsan yung dog na sobra ng pinagpeperahan nun may-ari. Ang dami pa. We have been openly discussing these things with Malu. And yes, in Capon. And then sa LGUs, bawal of course yung pag yung killings niya na basta-basta lang. So ayusin natin lahat yan together with Potion.
And everyone else.
And everyone else, of course.
Thank you, Kong. I know that you have to go because you have another meeting, but thank you for making time tonight.
Thank you po.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
guys.
for all the help for animal welfare.
Okay, take care, guys, and open naman lang lines natin parate. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Doc. Ayan po. So, hindi na lang po ako mag-share ng screen kasi medyo nalilito tayo lahat. But, yeah, I think we can go to the, everyone's here to like just have like an exchange kung ano yung mga certain key topics po for animal welfare na we wanted to raise. So, Malu, I think yung first topic natin is about the city pound. Maybe if the other groups like sila Jassy or sila Kathy or sila Miss Sheena, if you have any particular questions about the city pound, and we're encouraging you to ask questions. If not, I would like, meron din, maybe Miss Jassy, yeah.
I think my only question is, I wonder why they use animal rescue on their cars for City Dog Pound. Here in Davao City, people give their dogs away to those people riding on top of the car because the writing on the side of the car says animal rescue. And should that really be it?
Have you tried po talking to the city vet?
That's the thing. I mean, it has been a complaint. So I'm not sure if ganun din ba sa lugar ninyo, like national ba yan or national talaga na animal rescue nakalagay sa side naman.
No, I think we can ask Dr. RB.
Yeah, Dr. RB.
In Bulacan, like to speak on behalf of the city pound of Bulacan.
Yes po, yung animal rescue, hindi po siya tinatap sa dog pound. Iba po yun. May mga ibang city vets and municipal veterinary offices na talagang nakasole sila for animal rescue, but not the city pound. Iba po kasi yun, magkaiba yun. Hindi siya the same. Iba po ang animal rescue and animal city pounds. Magkaiba po yun.
Exactly. Kasi dati city pound talaga or dog pound, city dog pound ang nakasulat sa side ng car nila. And then parang a few months ago, we received a report na may babae, she was surrendering her pup to someone who is riding on top of a car. Para siyang multi-cab ba. Tapos ang nakasulat dun, animal rescue. But everyone is saying na city dog pound daw po yun. So the right person to talk to about it is our CVO, right?
Yes, correct. Dapat po sa City Veterinary Office. Sila po yung mas makakaalam kung bakit yung nakalagay. At saka siguro na nami-mislead yung mga pet owners, nami-mislead sila dun sa Kasi nakikita nila animal rescue. Oo, kala nila pag binigay nila doon, they will do maalagaan, then ipapa-adapt sa ibang owners. So nami-mislead sila. So mali.
Well, I think let's take this chance to appeal to your city vet if they're watching right now. If we can give you a chance to sit down with them and talk things over. Kasi for me, mali talaga yon. Na if it's a dog impounding vehicle, hindi talaga pwede na lagyan siya ng animal rescue.
Yeah, it's been all over social media on Facebook, Instagram, and minsan nga may TikTok video pa na, and it's in Davao City. So it's a shame na we have that car saying animal rescue and yet they have, tight leash o ano ba yan sa leeg ng aso while they are like cramping to to get away from these people who are trying to kill them naman sa pound. So, ayun. So maybe we would just have to to raise that with CVO.
The city
here in
vet.
Davao.
Yeah. Parang I'd like to speak on behalf din of Potion Project kasi as mentioned nga by Doc RB before, when I first sat down with them, syempre medyo apprehensive din sila at first kasi it's a given na medyo meron nga kasi talagang alam mo meron so many city vets hindi open yung doors nila sa mga animal welfare groups. It's a reality. Because also I think grabe din yung pag-attack ng mga animal welfare groups sa mga city vets. Of course, we understand din naman kung saan sila nanggagaling. But based on our experience, you're able to successfully come up with these partnerships if you sit down with them, you talk it out with them, and you lay everything down on the table. You tell them that you're not there naman talaga to attack them. You're there because you want to be able to form healthy relationships with the city vet. Kasi again and again, di natin kaya to ng mga animal welfare groups lang. We really have to actively work with the city vet. So hopefully, kung marami pong mga city vet na nanonood sa atin now, you open your doors to the animal welfare groups. Ayun, sige, meron pa ba dyan gustong mag-ask while we have representatives from the city vet? So we still have again Dr. Cabel from QC City Vet, and we have Doc RB from San Jose del Monte City Vet. Baka meron kayong mga questions from sa city vet.
I have another question.
So
there was a time, I think it was last year or 2 years ago, when may mga pet owners who made complaints on social media, sa FB groups, about their dogs na namatay after getting a shot, an anti-rabies shot na provided ng city vet, yung nagbabahay. Tapos sabi nila, after daw nun, parang nanhina daw yung aso nila, which is normal, kasi anti-rabies shot yun. And then namatay daw few days later. And then I also heard some news sa hometown ko naman, which is in Tacloban City, Sultan Kudarat, na may ibang taga CBO doon ang tinuturok. This was like years ago. Ang tinuturok ay half water and then half parang laman ng anti-rabies na bote. So when that is actually proven true, where do we complain? Sa CBO pa rin po ba? And ano po ang pwedeng ikaso sa mga taong gumagawa ng ganito, especially if CBO mismo yung kalaban mo or volunteer na nagbabahay para magbigay ng anti-rabies shot?
Yun, can we have someone from the city vet answer that? If meron kayo narinig na gano'n din.
Yung pagdating sa anti-rabies vaccines, kasi actually ang mga bakuna po namin, pinoprocure po yan ng city. Katulad sa amin kasi City of San Jose del Monte, may budget po talaga dyan for procurement. And kami po, never kaming naglagay ng gano'n kasi kami as veterinarians, baliwala yun kung lalagyan mo ng tubig o haluan mo yun ng Siguro, baka hearsay lang yan. Palagay ko walang veterinaryo na gagawa niyan na makakadisgrasya dun sa or makakababa dun sa immunity ng rabies. Kasi ang goal natin dyan is rabies-free Philippines eh. And kung gagawin natin yan, hindi natin ma-reach yung target natin na yan. And yung ibang vaccines na yan, galing din sa Bureau of Animal Industry. Binababa nila from national to regional offices papunta sa mga local government. Palagay ko hindi gagawin ng mga veterinaryo na lalagyan ng tubig o para maparami yung hindi siguro. And kung totoo man yun, talagang siguro kailangang parusahan yung gagawa niya kasi animal welfare yan eh, hindi po pwedeng gawin sa animals yan. Hindi ko lang po sure kung saan yung tamang ahensya para idulog yung mga ganitong cases, no?
Yeah,
sayang wala na si Fiscal.
I know si Fiscal wala na, but we'll take note of those concerns and then we can forward it to her and then also a partner lawyer. But I think if you have evidence and if you're willing to testify in court, then you can actually go straight to the prosecutor's office and submit your affidavit.
Okay.
And then they can take it from there. Importante kasi, well, this goes with all of the other concerns ng mga tao sa animal cruelty. Kasi nga, like kami sa Potion Project, we get a lot of animal cruelty na mga reklamo every day. But like we always say, we can only do so much. Hindi po kasi kami pwede yung pumunta sa korte and humarap dun sa mga animal cruelty na cases. Kasi as far as I can remember, last year kasi naging topic din to, and we had the lawyer as a guest. very important na merong concrete evidence nung act, nung pagpatay or whatever cruelty that was done to the animal, and a witness. So the witness should be willing to testify in court all the way till the very end. So usually nangyayari, wala kasi masyadong mga witness na willing mag-testify. Because we have to admit that sometimes yung mga witness hindi naman nila kaano-ano yung aso. I mean, napadaan lang sila, kaya nahahassle sila. And this is also why we wanna understand and we wanna know ano pa ba ang kaya natin gawin para may ayos yung batas na yan. Like say for example, yung kung meron naman CCTV na copy, but walang willing mag-testify, maybe we can ask Officer Gail, since representative from the PNP, like sa knowledge niyo po, Officer Gail, ano yung pwedeng gawin sa, maybe we can move on na dun sa question from Pet Avenue, like sa mga animal cruelty na mga cases, can you share us your knowledge with us? Like, what should people do first pag naka-witness sila ng animal cruelty? Anong pinakaunang dapat nilang gawin? And can they really go to you, the police, or can they go to the barangay? Can you share your thoughts on this?
Okay. Sige po. Bale, sa experience ko na lang, yung mga puppies nga na inilibing, reported yun sa akin 10 p.m. Tapos, kasi pasok pa sa, yung sa time, hindi pa siya pasodado, wala pang 24 hours. Kaya kinuha ko yung minor kasi yung nag-commit. Inutusan lang ng lolo niya. Oo. Kaya dinala ko sa station. Rescue ang tawag doon. Hindi pag-aresto sa bata. Rescue. Dinala namin sa station at pinatawag namin yung CSWDO. In-endorse siya doon at may intervention, may program na ginawa doon sa bata. So kung kayo mismo maka-witness ng maka-witness ng pangyayari like animal cruelty, kahit ano pa yan, kung kaya naman mag-take photos lang, video, gawin nyo, dalhin nyo sa police station, pa-blatter kayo, i-assist naman kayo ng PNP doon, tsaka ibabalik lang kayo sa barangay kung hindi masyadong like, nung yung pinatay po Miss Malu, si Eve, pinatay ba yon?
Yes.
Pinatay po.
Nakuha siya nakita talaga sa video. Pinatay yung broad daylight.
Okay, yun na-file yan, 'di ba? Dito kasi sa Davao, maraming cases na pinapatay pero hindi rin umabot sa piskalya kasi yun nga hindi na yung witness hindi na interesado, hindi na interesado, prepared na kahit nga ako ako na provide ng finances, hindi pa rin. Oo. Yeah. At by the way, member ako ng Bantay Hayop Davao, may lawyers din kami.
Sana lahat may ganyan.
Tapos i-assist sana sila ng lawyers for free, walang babayaran pero wala rin umaatras din pag yung palapit na sa korte. Hindi ko rin alam kung sabi nila mahal nilang hayop nila pero hindi nila kayang panindigan ba. Kaya nagagalit ako sa ganong sitwasyon. Walang successful na filing of cases kasi hindi sila nagko-cooperate. Oo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we wanted to highlight that. Kasi yun nga, sa dami-daming nagre-report po sa mga animal welfare groups about animal cruelty. Again, if willing po kayo talaga na mabigyan ng justice yung nire-report nyo, kung kayo yung naka-witness, kailangan mag-testify kayo in court. Hindi pwede na evidence lang. Both kailangan present. Tama, Officer Gail? Witness
Yes.
and the evidence, yung mismong pagpatay. Hindi na picture lang na patay na yung aso, but the act itself. Dapat yun yung video or picture, tama?
Opo. At saka doon sa mga reasons nila na natatakot mag-witness, sagot ko dyan, ba't ka natatakot? Antayin mo pa ba? Kasi yung mga taong nananakit ng hayop, pwedeng mag-escalate yan sa pananakit sa tao. So pag hindi mo yan kinuha yung tao dyan sa community ninyo, baka gumising ka na lang isang araw, pamilya mo na biktima niyan.
But question again, follow-up question. Kasi I understand, Officer Gail, other people are scared to testify kasi
Yeah.
kadalasan yung mga nagko-commit nitong mga cruelty sa animals, kapitbahay nila. So, di ba hindi naman
Okay.
agad-agad na nakukulong yung mga nire-report nila. So, I understand that they're fearful. Yun nga, gaya nung nangyari doon, yung kay Eve. Yung mga nag-commit, yung pumatay kay Eve, sinundan siya, yung owner, sa bahay nila. Umaaligid sa bahay nila. So, I understand why others are fearful to testify kasi hindi naman
Yes.
agad-agad nakukulong eh. Parang can you explain that one to us, Officer Gil? How soon can they be? Kailan ba sila na pwedeng maikulong? I think yun yung ikinakatakot kasi ng mga tao. Para lang maintindihan ng mga tao why they should really pursue and ano yung pwede nilang gawin. Like, pwede ba silang pumunta sa police or sa barangay and mag-request ng temporary restraining order para lang safe sila while waiting for the case to progress?
Ano kasi ma'am, yung ang reglementary period niyan is 24 hours. Kung nangyari siya alas 8 ng umaga, tapos alas 9 ka na naka-report, pwede pa naman yan, madadampot pa yan. Dalhin yan sa police station at saka dun na yung process. So dapat firm yung decision mo, hindi ka pwede atras-abante lang. 'Di ba? Tapos dun sa sabi mo sa ano yun ma'am sa
Pwede
protection.
mag-request ng protection, yung mag-witness. Kasi what if hindi ma-detain yung suspect? Siyempre, pupunteryahin nila yung nag-report na kapitbahay. Pwede ba mag-request yung magte-testify ng protection?
Yun nga, witness protection program. Yun nga yung problema. Isa sa problema din ma'am, wala riyan sa yung sa mga malalaking cases lang, meron yan. Pero kung naka-blatter naman, kakausapin naman ng maayos yung suspect na kapag may ginawa ka sa taong to, ikaw ay dadamputin diretso. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good approach, if ever, na malaman lang nila na kung galawin nila yung nag-report, diretso madampot sila.
Yes, blattered na kasi yun, recorded na.
Yeah, doon nagkaka-problem eh. Kaya umaatras lagi yung gusto mag-testify kasi natatakot sila para sa buhay nila. Parang we've gotten so many reports yung mga pinapatay na mga aso kasi kinain yung manok ng kapitbahay, mga ganun.
Yes.
Or yung mga tao na ginagawang pulutan yung mga aso. So naiintindihan ko din kung bakit natatakot sila na mag-testify na kasi usually either lasinggero or addict or like you mentioned, kung kaya nga nilang gawin yun sa mga aso, 'di ba? I mean, there's always a possibility na pwede ka nilang saktan. So I think, what you mentioned, what you highlighted is a good point na pwede mo silang prangkahin. Or if you can, pwede ba maghingi ng assistance from the police or sa barangay pag napuntahan sila dun sa bahay nila para lang may witness na pag kami galawin mo, dadamputin ka nila agad.
Yes.
Pwede ba yon?
Opo, dito sa Davao ginagawa ko yan ma'am. Ako mismo pumupunta.
Sana madami pang officer dito.
Oo.
I think si Kai nag-raise ng hand and si Dr. Cabel din nag-raise ng hand. So,
Sige.
meron ba kayong, or si Titan din? Sige lang guys.
Okay.
Ish, go first.
Yeah, I think
Sige, sino yung una na nag-raise ng hand?
Ish.
Si Kai.
Okay.
Ay, sorry, Kai.
Okay, go Kai.
Hi. I just wanted to ask because as a fairly new shelter, we don't really have the legal knowledge regarding what we can do as a shelter to step in when an animal is being abused by its owner. Because a lot of the time, our focus is really strays, dogs with no homes that are in really bad condition. Because those are, at least to us, they're really the voiceless ones. They have no one to help them at all. But we have had reporters come to us and say, oh, my neighbor or my family member is not taking care of their dog properly. But we always, we're always hesitant to take those cases because we don't know
what to do,
how to approach it, what legally we can do, what's in our right to do, whether we can confiscate the dog or not. So I'd be interested to know what you guys do. And also, maybe Officer Gale, if you would know what we can do.
Can I add on to that, Kai? So there were a couple of incidents. about what Kai is talking about. We actually did reach out to our lawyers, and the lawyers, what they did was they talked to the local PNP or barangay. But then again, nothing happened.
Yeah.
No action was done.
Yeah.
Even talking to our lawyers, nothing was done because they themselves. Sorry, I'm not generalizing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they themselves did not know what to charge the owner.
Yes. Yeah.
So the lawyers do know. They were telling the policemen and they were telling the barangays, this is what we can file against them.
Mm-mm.
But nothing really, happens.
From the barangay level.
From the barangay level, even at the police station.
The police station.
All they do, in our experience, twice is what they did was they did a blatter. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So anyway,
I'll try to answer based on sa na-experience ko din. Kasi I also raised this question to the police force in Bacolod. Kasi nga, we are really flooded with a lot of animal cruelty reports and people asking us if we can assist them. So first and foremost, we always tell them that we're actually just a non-government organization. The most that we can do for now is really just assist them, educate them kung ano yung existing na Animal Welfare Act. But again, for everyone's information, yung problema kasi talaga natin is yun nga, even the police officers, swerte si Davao kasi meron silang Officer Gail. But majority of the police officers, barangay officials are not actually well-equipped and that knowledgeable sa Animal Welfare Act. So I asked the police, I remember I asked the police, we're supposed to have an event and gusto ko na sila sana yung mag-educate sa tao about Animal Welfare Act. Because at the end of the day, di ba, tayo parang sirang plaka na tayo ng mga NGO nakaka-explain ng Animal Welfare Act, di naman nakikinig yung mga tao. So I asked the police if they can instead do the explanation. Kasi di ba, I was thinking, iba, pag police yung nagsasabi na ganito yung batas natin, pwede kayong makulong pag ganito, ganyan. But I was told, in all honesty, and I appreciated it, na they were humble enough to admit it, na hindi nga nade-discuss sa kanila yung Animal Welfare Act. That's why hindi nila alam paano yung approach at hindi nila alam paano tayo na-assess. And I really hope if we have more representatives from PNP, especially on the national level, I really hope that you will make time also na mag-assign din ng siguro ng group of people sa PNP na pag-aralin yung Animal Welfare Act, mag-assign ng isang police kahit every police station na mag-assist kung ang yung concerns about naman sa animal cruelty or animal welfare concerns. Kasi yun nga, I think that's the problem right now. Dahil hindi din mismo yung mga police natin aware kung ano ba yung Animal Welfare Act at kung ano ba yung magagawa nila as police officers. So, yeah, maybe we can hear from Officer Gail kasi siya very active kaya sabi ko sana maraming Officer Gail. Officer Gail, can you just tell us, I mean like sa inyo ba dyan, nabigyan ba kayo ng training sa Animal Welfare Act or it's just you kasi animal advocate ka tas na ano mo na lang, na influence mo na lang yung mga kasama mo?
Okay. Dito kasi sa Davao may animal welfare desk. Opo, lahat ng station dito may assigned personnel na dyan siya yung tatawagin pag may concern about animal cruelty.
But
dito sa
would you know kung sino yung nag-initiate niyan? Kasi not all cities have it. Would you know kung sino yung...
Is it the regional director who...
No!
Kanya-kanya?
Yung nag-initiate talaga niyan is si Ma'am Marites Batacan, animal welfare advocate din siya. May group din siya dito sa Davao. Opo, private.
Private din.
So, yeah, I think that answers all our questions. Wala kasi talaga animal welfare. Health desk talaga, I mean like it's not really mandated. Correct me if I'm wrong lang if we have people from BAI or people more knowledgeable about the Animal Welfare Act. I think there's really walang existing talaga na mandate na kailangan merong animal welfare health desk sa kada city. And yun nga, as proven by Officer Gail, they have it in Davao because it was initiated by a private citizen na nakipag-coordinate with the city. I think I saw Miss Jana from DAS raise her hand kung meron kang input or question.
Just to add, because Kai was asking earlier what she could do if she received reports regarding dogs that had owners that are being abused. Because even here at DAS, we receive a lot of reports regarding dogs with owners, dogs that are emaciated, dogs that are being kept, just under the sun. Even when it rains, they have no roof, no shelter. So what we do is legally we can't pursue because, we all go through the same roadblocks.
Yeah.
But what we do is we have a waiver at the ready. So you can find a template online. If you don't have one yet, what you can do is you can make a waiver and list down all of the things that you need to mention, like the owner giving up full rights, full ownership, full responsibility, and transferring ownership and responsibility of the dog to you. So that's the first thing you can do. And then you can ask whoever is reporting the dog if they know the person, if they know the owner personally. So they can try first to talk to them, because we find that people can be more receptive if the person who's talking to them is someone that they know in real life. So instead of us going to the owners and them, feeling like they're being attacked or that we're ganging up on them, we ask the reporters first, can you talk to them? Do you think that they would give up the dog? And then if we get a positive response, then we go up there, we bring the waiver, we let them sign. Legally, we wish we could do more.
Yeah.
But since there are so many hindrances to that, we always say, little steps first, slow progress is still progress. In the future, perhaps we can do more to right, all of the wrongs that have occurred. But if you're really concerned about the dog, you can ask them to sign a waiver so you can take the dog in. But you can't force them. So that's the hard part. You can't force them to give it up to you. But you can pursue. You can talk to them. You can visit every other day or so, and you'll just slowly break down their resolve until they feel like it's not worth the effort. So they'll surrender the dog to you.
And to add also, Miss Jana, yun sa question ni Kai, pwede mo sila actually, pwede mo i-break down yung Animal Welfare Act sa kanila. Tell them that it's actually a criminal offense. If they're not gonna give us the dog, then pwede tayo as an animal welfare group, pwede na tayo mag-file ng case. Well, not sa cruelty, but yun nga, na they're not a responsible owner. So, depende na yun sa inyo, like how committed you are para mag-go further pa na mag-file ng case sa kanila. But it's gonna be different. I mean, like if yung ni-report sa inyo yung animal abuse, but if hindi nyo nakita na in-abuse talaga yung animal, yung complaint nyo will not be about the animal abuse. Oo, parang after nyo na isabihin sa kanila na this is the existing Animal Welfare Act, and as we observe na you are an irresponsible pet owner, parang yun siguro yung magiging grounds mo pag nag-file kayo ng case sa kanila, like as a group. Kasi yun nga, hearing all of everyone's concerns, same din po actually sa amin. And we always feel so helpless na hanggang doon lang yung kaya namin gawin. And kaya we always talk to the reporters na you have to be very willing to testify in court and you have to have the evidence, yung actual talaga na pag-commit ng cruelty, kasi yun yung kakailanganin sa korte.
Legally, is there a difference, the definition of neglect versus abuse?
Yep. I think sa Animal Welfare Act din, it's nakasulat din siya na open ko lang yung notes ko. And yeah, review ko rin siya kagabi. From what I understand, like neglect is if hindi mo pinapakain, hinahayaan mo lang na tumira outside, hindi mo siya binibigyan ng proper shelter, versus abuse na talagang may intent ka to kill or to hurt. But both is, of course, against...
Welfare Act, right?
Sorry?
Both are covered in the Welfare Act.
Yes. So, and then really, it's not just, yun din eh, yung, it's not just about yung torture, neglect, maltreatment, and killing the animal. It's also yung abandonment. So all of this, yung mga welfare na to, talagang covered na siya nung act. And then, I think, connected din doon, I remember one question Like, a lot of people kasi rin nagme-message sa page and they're asking if meron talagang bang karapatan yung mga individual citizens to print out the Animal Welfare Act and then i-display. Kasi laging gano'n, may nagtatanong lagi sa page ni Posho na pwede ba tayo mag-print ng flyers or ng tarpaulin? Or kanino daw ba sila pwede lumapit para ma-print out and ma-display? Pero yun, like as animal welfare advocates, meron ba talaga kaming right to do that dun sa area? And yun nga, hindi ko rin sure is it under, sino ba yung responsibility talaga nun?
Yes, your question is for?
Sorry, Miss Gail.
Officer Gail.
Hello?
Yeah, si Officer Gail lang kasi talagang representative natin.
Kaya nga eh.
Parang gusto ko na lang mag-leave Hello? Hindi, joke lang. Ma'am, balikan ko lang yung question ni ma'am kanina, yung kung sino ang pupuntahan. Opo. Ganito na lang gawin yung ma'am kasi i-base ko talaga dito sa Davao para ma-apply talaga sa Philippines.
That's right.
Opo. Dito kasi, pag may reported na animal cruelty or animal abuse, kaya nung naulanan sa labas, naulanan, tapos hindi dinala sa loob ng may-ari. Ang isang animal welfare group dito sa Davao tumatawag sa akin, ma'am, pa-assist kami, kailangan namin ng police sa ganitong area. And ako tumatawag at tap ako sa ibang stations kasi hindi na yun under my jurisdiction na. Kasi by jurisdiction kami, tumatawag ako sa ibang kakilala ko na advocate din doon sa ibang station at pinapasamahan ko. Mobile talaga, ma'am. Mobile car, sinasamahan sila. Kaya hindi madaling, hindi siya mahirap kausap yung mga tao. Binibigay yung mga aso at kapag nag-insist sila, doon na yung papasok, ma'am, na mag-charge na tayo ng case talaga. Sana gawin niyo yan sa inyo, ma'am, pag kailangan niyo ng police assistance, punta lang kayo sa police stations. Opo, punta lang kayo sa police stations. Tapos pag provide lang kayo ng evidence na naabuso talaga yung hayop, hindi pwedeng chika-chika lang, dapat may mga pictures or videos. At syempre, willing ka rin mag-testify sa court. Wag mong pakawalan kasi kapag nasimulan yan, sayang, pakawalan mo lang, sayang naman yung effort.
Follow-up question, Officer Gail, before we proceed to the next question. What can we do if yung sa barangay or sa police would refuse to help us? Usually, the response that we get is, aso lang naman yan. Ang dami namin ginagawa. What can we do? I mean, sino ba sa level ninyo? I mean, kanino po namin pwedeng escalate? What if yung police mismo, hindi nila pinapansin yung reklamo?
Ay, diretso nyo lang kay Chief PNP. Okay lang yan.
So we reported directly to the Chief of PNP.
Kung hindi nyo ako... Sir Eliazar po. Okay. Kasi, dito sa Davao may director kami, may city director. Kung hindi nyo kayang i-report doon, at kung nag-report kayo sa director at wala pa ring action, punta na kayo sa mas pinakataas pa.
Yeah. So
hindi kasi pwedeng... Yes.
That's also my advice to everyone. Yung mga pumupunta ng barangay, yung mga pumupunta ng mga pulis, pag hindi po kayo in-accommodate, that's the least that Caution Project can do for now. If you can get their names, forward it to us, and then with the help of Kong Ronnie, we can forward their names to sa head office ng PNP. So that's what we can do for now. That's also something that Kong Ronnie promised us na he'll help talaga na mai-forward tong mga names nito sa PNP. Yun. But thank you very much, Officer Gail, for clarifying again and again. Sana marami pang Officer Gail sa iba't ibang parte ng Pilipinas. Wait, okay.
Marami naman, ma'am. Hindi lang sila na-acknowledge kasi. Hindi siguro sila
Pero hindi Officer Gail, hindi po kasi talaga namin ramdam. Yun talaga yung realidad. Hindi kasi talaga namin ramdam. So if there are other police officers na parang Officer Gail din po kayo, sana you make yourselves known. Maybe you can try to coordinate with the local animal welfare groups as well. Kasi kailangan po talaga kayo namin. Ang dami pong nangyayari ng mga cruelty kasi nga walang tumutulong and hindi nabibigyan ng justice. So, ayun. And again, Officer Gail, thank you. We'll get back to you later. We have a lot of questions here regarding pounds naman.
Yeah. So I think si Miss Jassy rin yung meron. Maybe from Animal Rescue Team Metris. Hindi pa tayo nakarinig from them. Maybe
yeah, Miss Jazzy.
Yeah, kasi we actually also invited them talaga for the roundtable kasi they have close experience with their own city pound operations. So maybe kayo, meron ba kayo nung, kamusta ba yung experience nyo and ano ba yung main concerns nyo about it?
Actually, there's a story kasi sa amin before na na meron kaming stray dog na talagang nire-rescue namin. Her name is Kali. So, si Kali po ay stray dog siya. Wala talaga siyang owner. And then, sinusubukan talaga namin siyang i-rescue for 2 months. Pero talagang sobra talaga siyang, mailap talaga siya. Okay? And then, yung nag-report sa amin, siya yung nagpapakain, siya talaga yung nagtsatsaga doon sa morning, tanghali, gabi. Talagang inaano niya yun. Talagang binibisita niya yun talaga. And then, to make the story short nga, so nakuha siya ng pound. No? So nakuha siya ng pound. And then, nung nalaman yon, nung nagpapakain sa kanya, nagpunta agad sa pound, kinabukasan para para tubusin siya. No? So, ang tubos no nata is 3,500 something.
Sobrang mahal.
Yes, opo. Yon. And then, sabi nung taga-dog pound is naka-hold daw si Kali kasi meron siyang owner. Which is na wala naman talaga. And then, si Ma'am Kat, ayan, so si Ma'am Kat kasi talaga yung merong ron talaga yung talagang nagkaroon talaga ng bad experience doon na which is na personally talaga is naharas talaga siya nung nung staff ng pound. So the question is, can we penalize the pound staff sa mga ganong sa mga ganong attitude?
Yung ganong, okay.
Well, actually, best talaga na tanungin sa mga ganyan is like someone from the justice system, so either a lawyer or si fiscal kanina. Wait, wala sa isip ko yung isa na pwedeng tanungin. Bai. Kasi basically si Bai yung governing body kasi sa mga operations din sa pound. But maybe we can ask a representative from the city vet. Kasi maraming concerns. I believe so many animal welfare advocates really have a lot of negative experiences sa pound. Maybe we can hear from our representatives from the city vet. Doc RB, do you wanna go first? I mean, have you had negative experiences before and paano nyo sila na-address?
Yes, marami kaming na-experience na ganyan. No? Nirereklamo yung aming mga pound keepers dahil minsan pabalang sumagot, mga ganyan. Pero ang advice ko lang sa mga sa mga ganyan, pwede kayong magreklamo directly sa mga mayor. Kasi ang local government, naka-under yan sa mayor's office eh. Kung mapatunayan o maano yan na talagang ganun yung ginawa niya, pwedeng suspindihin ng mayor yan or worse, matanggal sa serbisyo. Yun ang dyan. Yun ang advice ko lang sa inyo.
Pero, sige, go ahead.
Can we, hear po dun kay Ma'am Kat, yung po talagang na-experience niya talaga doon po sa pound staff?
Yes.
Ma'am Kat?
Ay, yung kasama niyo po.
Si Miss Cathy nakamute
Cathy.
lang. Ayan. Yan, Miss Cathy,
Yeah.
go.
Maybe you can share with us your experience para we'll try to get also the feedback from the city vet kung ano yung feeling nila.
Yes, good evening. Good evening again. Para sa city vet, no, sayang wala yung bayi at saka si Piskal.
Yeah,
Kasi,
but this is recorded naman, so we'll relay everything to them.
yes, about personally, no, ako kasi yung laging napupunta sa impounding at saka ako yung tumatakbo sa mga rescue, sa mga ganyan tawag. So, na-experience ko talaga na instead na kausapin ka, lahat sila nakabulyaw. Tapos, kasi dito, drop name ko na ha, I'm from Marikina City. So, dito sa Marikina kasi, mahal ang bayad pag na-impound ang aso.
How much is it again?
Yes.
Kathy?
Okay,
Magkano
kasi
ulit
ganito.
per dog?
Okay, meron kasi ako, ang mga dogs ko dito, puro rescue at mga galing sa pound. Yes, mga euthanize na yung iba. So, hinahabol ko talaga sila. Tapos yung iba, madalas dito, yung iba mga abandoned and neglected. Tapos, yung iba, mas madalas pa surrendered. Diba ko sa mga owners na yan, dati nila sinusurrender, di ba? So, ito na nga, ang sa aming city, may so-called, sabihin na natin lahat, no? You have to register your pet.
Yeah.
As sa pet owner, kailangan mo i-register yon. So, kapag ka nahuli si aso na hindi nakarehistro, I think may pending yun na additional 1,000.
Okay.
Taas, di ba? Tapos, siguro nasa city, kasi sabi nila city or city, ano yun?
Yeah. Iba-iba po kasi yung
iba-iba
ordinance
yung
bawat
ordinance ng city ordinance. Pero ang taas, grabe. Ang sakit sa bulsa. Tapos, wala pang vaccine, so another 1,000. Kaya pumapalo po talaga ang isang aso sa 3,500.
Paano po yung gagawin nila? Manghingi sila
Okay.
ng booklet para proof ng na-vaccine?
Yes, yung record nila. Then
Tingnan ka
meron
ng
din
booklet.
sila.
So,
Yung
kung walang
booklet,
booklet, additional
kung walang
1,000.
booklet, basta yung may, kailangan may record siya, may proof kang ibibigay. Di ba dito naman, madalas naman sa Marikina, bahain kami dito. So yun, hindi rin naiwasan wala si booklet. So yung mga ganun pong instances. Tapos, meron po yung mga, bakit po 7 days required kapag nahuli ng impound bago mo ilabas si aso? Kahit ito ay isang stray dog o ikaw ay nevertheless na ikaw ay sinurrender mo yung aso at gusto mong bawiin. Pero magpe-penalty ka pa rin. Bakit?
So, to reiterate, Miss Cassie, sa Marikina, 7 days bago i-release, tama? Kung gusto mo
Yes.
i-adopt, tama?
Yun yung based on my experience at saka yung sa pakikipagtalk ko din dun sa aming sa impounding na yan, sa chip ng impounding na yan namin, nagigigil ako, di ba? kasi doon ko talaga na-experience na i-rescue ko na, i-adapt ko na yung aso para mabawasan na sila kasi ang dami na nila ang sipag nilang umikot umikot tapos mag-adapt ka na nga.
Na-rescue mo ba yon? Na-adopt mo ba yon?
Na-adapt ko po, yung sinasabi po ni Ma'am Jassy, meron po kasi Antimano naman, meron na talaga sa kanyang, during our stray feeding to Kali, meron na talaga siyang naka-adapter na nag-aabang.
So, nakuha niyo siya on
nakuha
the 8th
namin
day?
si Kali hindi, ganito, ito may question. Nahuli siya ng Sunday ng umaga. Pumunta ako ng Sunday ng hapon para i-feeding siya. Pinagbawalan ako kasi bawal daw mag-feeding doon. No, yung pakakainin lang yung aso, bawal pa mag-feed. Ang corny nila. Tapos, pumunta ulit ako ng Monday. Kumuusap ako kasi office hours na yon, office days. Hindi pa daw pwede i-release kasi 7 days na yung duration. Tapos, hindi sila pumapayag na stray dog yon. Ayaw nilang pumayag. May owner daw yon, may owner daw yon. Pinakita ko na yung video na yun ay stray dogs. Ayaw nila pumayag with the video na na stray dog siya. May, they stick na owner siya. So so-called kasi pag sinabi kasing with owner, mas malaki ang penalty, mas malaki ang bayad. Like what? Pag adoption kasi, 75 pesos lang. So sabihin na natin, pera-pera system.
Okay.
Diba?
Yeah.
Nakakagigil.
Yeah, I totally understand. Maybe we can hear from Dr. Cabel.
Siyempre, nag-raise din siya ng hand. Miss
Yeah.
Dr. Cabel, do
Dr.
you,
Cabel from
maybe
QC City Vet.
you wanted to say something po?
Yes, sa Quezon City, pag naghuli kami ng aso, binibigyan namin siya ng 3 days, mag-stay sa pound para maklaim ng may-ari. So within 3 days, dapat na-claim na ng may-ari yon. Kung wala nag-claim doon, hindi naman ni-euthanize, ipuput for adoption muna namin. Pagkatapos, may waiting period pa rin. Pero ibig ko sabihin, kapag nakulong ang aso mo, mag-pay ka ng fine ng 500.
That's for QC.
Habang nasa pound.
I-emphasize lang natin, Dr. Cabal, this is for QC. Tama. Kasi iba-iba din
Yes,
sa ibang...
Quezon City, oo. Hindi sa Marikina ito.
Yeah, so 500.
Ngayon yung point ko rin, pwede bang sabihin ko yung point ko kanina sa kasi nag-raise din ako ng hand tungkol sa vaccine.
Yes.
Sabi ko, ano naman na makukuha namin kung i-adulterate namin yung vaccine? Hindi naman kami kumikita dyan. Mas gusto namin talaga lahat ng aso mabakunahan kasi dito sa Quezon City, napakataas na rabies cases. Tsaka hindi kami namamatayan ng asong binabakunahan. Baka yung binakunahan yung aso na yon, maaaring meron siyang dalang sakit na na-aggravate lang nung binakunahan siya, humina ang katawan niya. Yun po lang ang gusto kong sabihin kanina doon sa vaccine. Dito naman po sa pound, talagang 3 days lang po ang waiting namin. Tapos pinapa-adapt na po namin yan.
And then
Pero ngayon kasi...
How long po yung na mahuhold sila for adoption before sila i-euthanize?
Mga a week's time. Depende po sa sitwasyon ng aso. Kasi karamihan po ng aso mga nahuhuli namin, may mga sakit na. Tapos sinusurrender na. Matagal na doon sa barangay pound. So tinatanggal na po namin ngayon ang barangay pound. Talagang kami na po ang kukuha ng mga dogs. Yun na nga, balak po namin maging animal care and adoption center na kami. So ilelesen na po namin ang impounding. Ang ginagawa po namin ngayon, more on citation tickets. Sina-charge namin yung pet owners sa violation para hindi na kami manghuli ng aso. Yun po ang program namin ngayon.
When po siya effective, yung citation ticket?
Effective na po ngayon. Hinihintay lang po kasi may ordinance po kaming ginawa na nag-deputize kami ng barangay animal control officers. Sila po ang bahala sa kaayusan ng mga aso. Sila po ang mag-i-issue ng citation tickets dun sa mga pet owners. Para yung pet owners ang mag-fine at mag-penalty. Para hindi naman po yung aso ang laging target na huhulihin. Kailangan matuto naman po yung mga owners. Parang part po ng responsible pet ownership yan. So nalilesen po namin ang paghuli ng aso ngayon.
Okay. And also kasi mentioned kasi Dr. Cabel earlier na yun nga, i-lesson na yun yung sa mga barangay pounds. I just wanna ask kasi like personally as a Potion Project, ang dami-dami naming nakukuha ng mga reklamo regarding sa mga impounding barangay pounds in QC.
Yes.
Are they legal ba to yung pag-operate nila? Kasi 'di ba dapat city pounds lang? Ang dami kasi mga reklamo sa mga barangay pounds. Kanino ba sila dapat under and sino magre-reprimand sa kanila? Bakit sila nag-ooperate without the supervision of the city vet?
Dati po kasi inallow namin sila kasi sa barangay po nila nakikita po nila kung nasaan yung mga aso, kung saan nagkalat yung mga aso. So sila po humuhuli. Ngayon sa bagong programa po namin, babawal na po namin ang mga barangay pound at kami na po kaya nga kami nag-deputize ng barangay animal control officers para sila na mismo yung babantay sa sarili nilang barangay at sasabihin sa amin kung kailangan hulihin o hindi. Pero ang priority nila, ipe-penalize nila talaga yung pet owners. para malesen na natin yung impounding.
So Doc, what can we say dun sa mga nagrereklamo sa amin ngayon, dun sa mga barangay pounds? Pwede ba namin na ipa-report directly yung mga barangay pounds na nag-ooperate ngayon sa inyo? Kasi like you mentioned, dapat hindi na to nag-ooperate sila ngayon, di ba? Pwede ba namin
kasalukuyan
i-report sa inyo?
Kasalukuyang ini-implement pa po namin yan. So, unti-unti namin pong sinasabihan sila.
Okay. So, yun, siguro if meron mga nakikinig ngayon, barangay pounds sa QC, baka pwede po makipag-coordinate kayo directly sa City Vet ng QC kasi sobrang dami talagang reklamo na kukuha yung page regarding sa mga barangay pounds sa QC. So, so kawawa din yung mga aso. Ang dami mga barangay pounds na wala naman silang budget na pangpakain doon sa mga aso. Hindi man sila namamatay sa euthanasia, pero namamatay naman sila sa gutom. So, and I think this is really, parang, it's actually bad on your end. Kasi kahit nag-effort kayo na ayusin yung city vet, yung city pound, kung may mga barangay pounds na nag-ooperate na hindi maaayos, reflection pa rin kasi siya ng QC. So, I mean, I think that's parang feedback lang po on our end. And last thing, this is from our end kung meron dito ibang participants na may tanong. Kasi dati, Doc, and I remember na when we had the meeting, I actually even brought printouts of this. What can you say about yung mga mga impounding people na sobrang lala nilang mahuli ng mga aso? Kasi ang daming na-report sa amin, especially in QC area, na sobrang pangit talaga yung manner of pag-impound ng mga aso. Diba? Again, this is basically why we're celebrating International Homeless Animals Day week-long. Kasi we want to be able to educate tao kung ano talagang animal welfare. Now, we should be kind to them. We understand that rabies is real. Pero sana maayos naman yung pag-catch ng mga aso. Ano po yung masasabi niyo doon? Kasi at the end of the day, pa rin siya ng QC na City Vet at barangay level.
Isa po yan sa mga pagbabagong gagawin namin. Hinihintay nga namin kayo kasi yun ang usapan po namin na iti-train yung aming animal keepers na yung net ang gagamitin. So, naghihintay kami ng ganung training. Anyway, nasa phase pa po kami ng pagbabago. So, we're doing our best. Siguro naman matutupad din yan. Dahan-dahan lang po.
And last na talaga, Doc, if meron mga magre-report sa page namin about yung mga regarding dyan sa pound ng payatas or sa manner ng paghuli ng mga sa city pound, can we report them directly to you and can you make them accountable? Pwede niyo po ba silang tawagin at pagalitan?
Sige po, opo. Sige po. Bukas ay sa Monday nga po. Mimitingin ko na sila.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you po,
Cabela.
Doktora.
Again, sa lahat ng nanonood po kung meron kayo dyan mga reklamo, again, the purpose of this roundtable is for us to collaborate talaga and magtulungan tayong lahat. So kung may mga reklamo pa po kayo, at least narinig natin mismo kay Dr. Cabel, na kami po sa Potion, pwede po na ireklamo namin directly doon sa kanila and Dr. Cabel will hold them accountable. Kasi yun yung importante. Sayang po kasi, Doc, yung lahat ng efforts natin. Pero yung mga sa baba or yung mga nanghuhuli ng mga aso, hindi naman maayos yung panghuhuli nila. So, sayang din kasi reflection din sila dun sa City Vet. Maybe we can also, or meron ba dito? Meron pa bang questions dyan for Dr. Cabel? Kasi QC really is one of the cities with the most number of strays. Ano po yung stats nyo ngayon, Dr. Cabel? Ilan po yung stray dogs and cats sa QC estimate?
Yung estimated dog population namin is 600,000.
That's a lot.
30% nun is stray animals, stray dogs and cats. 30% ng 600,000.
So the 600,000 combination na siya ng stray and pets?
No, 600,000 estimated population ng dogs and cats, animals in Quezon City. 30% of that are strays.
So
stray
madami
animals.
Talagang pets sa QC.
Marami. Ang hirap i-control talaga. Kaya unti-unti kami, slow ang facing namin. Napakahirap. Ang dami po namin kasi barangay na inaalagaan na medyo napapabayaan ng paghuli ng aso.
And then also, sorry, last na lang, kasi naalala ko, Doc Abel, may nag-message kasi nito sa amin na meron kayong ordinance daw na limit na pets per household para lang
Yes po.
ma-clarify sa lahat.
Opo.
Yes po, totoo po yan. Nilimit po namin sa 4. Bakit po ganyan? Kasi nakikita po natin sa mga depressed areas, wala na nga silang matiran. Nag-aalaga pa sila ng aso. Ang aso po, nasa labas na ng bahay, nasa kalsada. Hindi na nakakapasok sa bahay. So, nililimit po namin sa 4 yan. Depende po sa size ng bahay nila. Size ng per dog. May space requirement po ang dog. Pagkasya po yung 4 na aso sa tinitiran niya, as kasama ang pamilya, binibigyan po namin ng special permit yan. Pero pag nakita po namin na hindi mo na nga mapakain yung pamilya mo, hindi mo na nga magkasya sa bahay mo, kumukuha ka pa ng maraming pets. Ang tendency nasa kalsada lang yung mga pets. Hindi naaalagaan ng mabuti.
So, again, to clarify sa lahat ng mga nanonood dito sa Gen-ish, diba, ang dami natin talagang nakukuha na concerns regarding sa limit ng pets per household. Again, to clarify to everyone, Quezon City has an existing ordinance na merong limit. Ilan po yung maximum per household?
4 lang yan. Depende sa may space requirement kasi per dog eh.
And then, if they want to appeal and humingi sila ng special permit, where can they go and ilan yung maximum?
Sa office po namin. Binibigyan po naman ng special permit. Para,
ano po yung pinakamadami? Anong pinaka-maximum?
Kung breeder ka, kahit ganong karami, kung ganong kalaki yung bahay mo, kung palasyo yung bahay mo, pwede ka mag-adapt kahit ganong karaming aso. Wag lang may mag-complain sa mga kapitbahay. Kasi mahirap, ang dami din complainant sa mga kapitbahay, pag mabaho, gano'n. So medyo pinababawasan lang namin. Pero may special permit po yan. Hindi po namin totally pinagbabawal.
Okay, at least clear lang sa lahat. And everybody, you can apply for a special permit. Just go to the city vet office.
So ano naman po parang, basta if they have questions, they can just approach. Or meron po bang, makikita po ba nila sa website niyo po ba? Or saan po ba sila pwedeng mag-refer?
Meron po, nasa Quezon City Veterinary
nasa website naman.
Website namin. Veterinary Department po. May website kami sa Facebook.
Doc, meron lang question here sa comment section sa Facebook. Meron po ba kayong experience with a stray na na-touch kayo? Memorable experience with a stray?
Meron po. Meron kaming sinave na aso. Marga ang pangalan niya. Talagang halos pinatay na sa pinukpok ng buckle ng belt. Talagang dumugdugo yung mukha niya. Alaga yun ng health center. Yung aso na yun, pinapakain. So, sinumbong sa amin. So, sinave namin yung aso na yun. Ginamot siya dahil halos na hati na yung mukha niya. Tapos, kinasuhan namin yung gumawa nun. So, ngayon, may kaso siya. At saka itong latest namin, meron pang isang dog na hinampas din ng matanda. Yung bolo ba, ganun. Hinampas niya yung aso at sinibak dahil nga pumasok lang sa teritoryo niya kasi matanda na ito. So, nakiusap lang naman yung family na wag na namin demanda kasi 75 years old na yung matanda. So, ang ginawa namin, pinagamot namin mabuti yung aso. Pagkatapos, dinala namin sa vet, pinagamot niya siya, sumagot na lahat ng expenses ng dog sa paggamot. Tapos, pati plus yung supply niya ng dog food for 6 months. Yun na lang naging penalty niya. Yan ang mga experiences namin doon sa Quezon City.
But Ish, that's interesting to know na nag-assist sila si City Vet doon sa pag-file ng case.
Oo nga.
So, nag-help din po pala kayo noon. Nakakapag-assist kayo.
Yes po. Actually po, si Mayor nga nagbigay ng instruction sa City Legal namin na lahat ng kaso namin tungkol sa mga hayop o sa anumang cases, bilisan nila ang ang pagtakbo ng kaso. Yun po naitulong sa amin talaga ni Mayor na malaki.
So pag
Okay.
so for the viewers din po, talagang pwede rin silang mag-approach talaga sa City Vet. And kay Doc RB din po ba sa
San Jose
sa inyo din po
Monte.
ba? Pwede rin po ba nilang kasi yun din lagi yung tanong
Yes
sa
po.
amin. Hindi nila alam talaga. And kami yung
Saan sila
unang nilalapitan. Pero kami rin naman hindi namin alam. So ganun din po talaga pag City Vets, pwedeng lapitan ng mga tao. For
Pwede
support.
po. Bakit hindi? Pwede naman po.
Yun po kasi
Makakatulong talaga kami.
hindi po talaga alam
Oo.
ng mga tao, even kami rin po, like, ang alam lang po namin is, kausapin niyo po yung barangay, but at least po ngayon, it's good to know na talagang people will know na yung City Vets po talaga can also support.
Mhm. Yeah.
Opo, lalo na ngayon kasama namin ng potion. Siguro lahat ng reklamo nila, di pwede naman ipaabot sa amin. Makakatulong naman kami.
Doc, kailan po mag-open yung bagong yung adoption center? Ayoko nang tawaging impounding kasi very horror yung term na yan. Kailan po mag-open yung adoption center?
Ayaw nga ni Mayor yun. Pinalitan niya ng adopt. Actually, may clinic pa yun sa loob. Kaya lahat ng papasok na aso na i-rehabilitate, iti-treat namin lahat. So, iba na talaga ang face ng hindi na city pump. Yeah, talagang na.
Kailan po siya mag-o-open? Kailan po yung mag-o-open?
Kasi wala pang gamit eh. Pero actually, pwede na. Siguro hanggang mid ng September. Hinihintay lang namin itong mga ECQ na matapos kasi
So
walang
this
gathering.
year.
Bawal eh.
So
Oo,
this
bawal.
year.
Oo.
Sige. Thank you, Doc Cabel.
Thank you, Doc Cabel. Talagang.
Yes, thank you.
Meron
pa ba bang
question?
questions? Well, titingin din ako sa comments.
Yeah,
Although
actually,
I think a very common question talaga, even from Potion, is yung rule about PTS, about yung mga, I mean, meron po, ano po ba talaga yung ruling talaga ng mga city vets and city pounds when it comes to
Euthanasia.
doing euthanasia for the strays? Kasi alam ko po, as you mentioned po, meron nga kayong holding time.
Yeah.
Na pero ganun po ba talaga yung current initiative ng mga city vets or meron po ba kayong plans to
Program.
completely remove it? As in, magiging no-kill po yung mga city vets niya. Maybe si Dr. B or si Dr. Cabel.
Maybe we can hear from Doc RB first and then si Doc Cabel kung ano yung mga projects ni QC.
Opo. Currently, syempre ang city vet office po namin, nagkakandak pa rin kami ng euthanasia, lalo-lalo na dun sa mga talagang suffering na sa sakit. Hindi lahat dun sa pound na hinuhuli yung euthanasia. Hindi na kami gano'n. Pero dun din kami nang galing, actually. No, dun din kami nang galing. And then, from time to time, syempre, nag-aano tayo nagbabago tayo ng ideology kasi nakita natin hindi yung solution. Hindi yung long-term na solution. No? So kaya napakaganda nga ng pagkakataon kasi biglang pumasok si Portion eh. Kasi marami rin kaming natutunan dito sa sa Portion project, sa shelter. At ang ganda ng naging tandem, ng naging partnership kasi malaking tulong na nakakapag-adapt ng dogs na nai-impound din sa ating facility. At hindi na natin sila kailangan euthanize. So, napakaganda kasi para sa amin din, kami as veterinarian, siyempre hirap din kami, ayaw namin yun. Kaya nga kami ng veterinarian, gusto namin pagalingin sila. No? Gusto namin maano yung welfare ng mga Nga lang, minsan kasi na hold tayo ng batas eh. We also have the Anti-Rabies Act. Hindi lang po Animal Welfare Act. So, you can also look into Anti-Rabies Act, RA 9482. So, makikita nyo rin doon about dog impounding, pati yung mga penalties, nandun yan. Usually, yung mga ordinances, dyan ang gagaling, nasa national law na yan. So, ina-adapt lang, o binabago. Kaya kung papansin nyo, sobrang taas ng penalties ng ibang, hindi natin masisi. Nandun kasi lahat yan. Pero, kami sa City Vet Office ng San Jose del Monte, tinatry talaga namin ni Doc Arvin and ng buong staff na later on hindi na kami magpapatay ng aso.
Euthanize, yeah.
Hindi na kami mag-euthanize. Kasi hindi yun yung long-term solution.
That's right.
pwede tayong magtapon para pababain yung population. Bigyan natin ng pondo yan. Pero syempre, hindi naman natin kaya lahat. Actually, pag nagpo-post ng portion project, talagang dinadagsa kami ng request sa City Vet Office. Sa ngayon, ang nakapila namin doon, halos 3,000, 3,000 na. And yung budget namin hindi rin ganun kataas. So, ito yung nilalaban naman ni Dr. Arvin yan para mapataas yung budgets natin.
Doc, yung 3,000 na nakapila, ano yon?
Sa stay neuter yun.
Stay and neuter.
Kapon daw.
Yeah, we really just would just like to acknowledge talaga yung San Jose del Monte na City Vet because they're very, very active talaga sa pagkapon and they have such a committed team. Wini-welcome din kasi nila yung mga student vets na mag-help sa kanila para mag-observe nga. And I just have to say na yun nga, when you go to the City Vet kasi sa San Jose del Monte, kita mo talaga doon, may malaking tarpaulin, adopt don't shop, na really encourage people to adopt. It's just that I also feel bad for them kasi yun nga, may mga owners na pumupunta sa pound tapos nagsusurrender ng mga aso. So, Doc, can you shed some light on that? Di ba, you mentioned, di ba, surrender is a form of abandonment.
Yes po. Kaya po ngayon,
yung really accommodate or sasabihan niyo sila na hindi kayo pwedeng mag-surrender kasi abandonment?
Actually po, dati ginagawa namin yan. Kapag gusto mag-surrender, ina-accept namin. No? Sa ngayon, hindi na po. Kasi isa form of abandonment. At cruelty yan sa Animal Welfare Act. So, ngayon po, in-educate na namin yung mga tao na pagka gusto nila i-surrender at hindi valid yung rason, sabihin natin, hindi naman nagsasuffer ng malalang sakit. Hindi pwedeng ganun lang yung reason. Dapat may valid kang reason kung bakit mo talaga i-surrender. Sabihin natin, may sakit yung may-ari. Hindi na talaga in-advise na siya ng doktor niya na hindi na siya pwede mag-alaga. Mga ganun, or sobrang aggressive
Doc,
yung
nagpipinalize ba kayo? Nagpipinalize ba kayo dun sa mga nagsusurrender sa inyo?
No po.
Ngayon po, hindi kami nagpipenalize kasi hindi nga kami nag-accept. Ine-educate namin sila, hindi namin sila ina-accept na mag-surrender, hindi namin ina-allow. Kasi sinasabi namin lagi sa kanila na form of abandonment yung pag-surrender. Gusto lang i-surrender ba? Dahil sa hindi na nila kayang alagaan, hindi pwedeng gano'n. So, hindi namin ina-allow yun.
Thank God. Sige, before we go to Dr. Racabel, para naman to speak on behalf of QC na vet, maybe Doc RB, you can just, if you can just share with everyone and everyone watching us, ano po yung mga initiatives ni San Jose del Monte City Vet right now? And maybe you can inspire all the other city vets. Paano niyo po nagagawa yon? I mean, paano niyo napapresent sa mayor? Paano niyo napapaintindi sa mayor? Kasi if you can just briefly explain to us, paano po ba yung process nun? Kung gusto ni Potion makipag-partner with City Vet, kung gusto namin gumawa ng mga gatong projects, can you just briefly explain to us, paano po ba nagiging process nun? Parang si City Vet ba magre-request ng budget kay mayor? Para at least alam din ng mga iba sa iba-ibang LGU kung paano nila kakausapin yung mga City Vet nila kung gusto nilang makipag-partner.
Of course, yung office dapat ang magpo-propose sa City Mayor para ma-approve yung mga budget niya. Yes.
City Vet
Even the Municipal Agriculture Office, kasi hindi lahat ng munisipyo may veterinaryo. Yung iba, Municipal Agriculture Office, so agriculturist yung kanila. So, usually, ang magpo-propose talaga is the Municipal Agriculture Office or the City Veterinary Offices. Kung pagdating naman sa Provincial Vet Office, yun yung mga nagpo-propose. Sa amin kasi, sa City Vet Office, i-share ko lang, nung way back 2015 kasi, kaya na-alarma kami dahil number one ang San Jose del Monte sa animal rabies cases. Tinalo namin si Dr. Racabel sa Quezon City.
Ilan, Doc?
So, umabot kami ng 25.
So,
umabot kami ng 25 animal rabies cases.
25 cases.
Yes po.
Yun, gusto ko lang i-emphasize din yun kasi yun nga, di ba, we have a really very bad stigma on rabies. So parang nung kwinentungan nyo din sa akin yun, I was alarmed na imagine yun na yung pinakamaraming cases sa buong Pilipinas, 25. I mean, I know it's a big number. Pero I was
Malaking number po
expecting,
yun.
I was expecting 50, 100 na cases kasi on our end as animal advocates, alam nyo naman po to, Doc RB, na 'di ba? That's why we feel like it's very unfair for the animals kasi thousands yung pinapatay sa pound every month, every year compared na ito 20 plus lang pala, ito na yung pinakadami na rabies cases. Kaya we continuously, kaya talaga yun talaga yung puso namin na kaya dapat hindi impound ng impound. Sobrang unfair na ang daming pinapatay na mga aso na hindi naman pala ganun kadami. I mean, again, 20 plus is already a big number na rabies cases. Pero again, ang alam ng mga tao na marami,
Lahat ng tao.
100, ganun,
Or
100
parang
cases.
yung common misconception po ata is parang lahat ng strays may rabies.
Yeah.
Talagang, so,
akala nila basta dala.
akala po, yun din, akala ng mga tao, basta gumagala or may rabies na agad. Na
So
parang,
ayun, hearing it again from Doc RB.
Thank you, Doc
Anong
RB.
year nga po ulit yun, Doc?
That's way back 2015.
2015, San Jose del Monte, Bulacan was the top city in rabies cases.
Yes.
And the number is 24?
25.
25 rabies cases. Ayun, sige. So that
Yes.
was the beginning of yung efforts na talaga.
Yes, naalarma na kasi kami doon dahil sobrang taas na talaga ng animal rabies cases namin. And then nagkakaroon din kami ng human rabies cases. Kaya yun, inilapit na namin to sa city mayor na na sana mabudgetan yung mga iba't ibang programa ng City Veterinary Office. And then siguro naging maswerte lang din o hindi ko lang
Kasi animal
minsan
lover
kasi
din
nakadepende
si
sa minsan nakadepende rin sa local chief executive. Pero siguro with the effort ng ng opisina, talagang maipagtatanggol mo na kailangan budgetan ka na kasi ito na alarming na yung city mo, no?
Yeah.
And sa ngayon kasi lalo na sa panahon natin ngayon hindi na maliit lang yung boses ng mga animal welfare advocates. Malaki na ang boses ng animal welfare advocates. Kaya malaking tulong yung katulad ninyo ng mga animal welfare advocates natin na maisa katuparan ng bawat local government unit yung mga ganitong programa.
Yeah. Well, I think just to sum it all up, and para ma-emphasize ko lang din, I think big factor na may willpower yung mga city vets. Kasi as mentioned nga by Doc RB, si city vet kasi yung gagawa ng programs and magpo-propose sa city mayor. And then yun, if you're lucky enough that your city mayor would get a good grasp of the problem and maintindihan and maging ally nyo, mag-allocate si city mayor ng budget. And that's how, doon na magsa-start yung mga programs nyo. So again, if we have city vets watching us right now, I think it's about time na i-post nyo pa talaga, na i-educate yung mga mayors. Minsan kasi yung ibang mga mayors, hindi din po sila aware, Doc RB, tama? Na hindi sila aware na ay kailangan pala ng gantong budget yung gantong sector din kasi 'di ba? So I think what I just want to emphasize is I hope si San Jose del Monte na city vet will inspire all the other city veterinary offices na mag-push pa, mag-propose pa ng mga projects sa LGU or sa mayor nila para makapag-conduct pa sila ng more projects and programs. So challenge, siguro to Ish, let's post this as a challenge na lang to all the other city vets na kung kaya na ni San Jose del Monte, why can't the others?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Doc RB, thank you. Is there anything
Thank you,
else?
RB. Oo nga.
I have a question. Before we move on, sorry.
Yeah, go Kai.
But I wanted to just go back to what Doc RB said about surrender being a form of abandonment. This is something I didn't know personally. And we actually have had a lot of dogs surrendered to us, unknowing, like not knowing that, it is a form of abandonment under the Anti-Rabies Act. And I wanted to ask, do you think saying no to people who want to surrender their dogs, is that enough? Because in a lot of the times we're put in a position where the person who wants to surrender the dog, I'll give you two specific examples. One was a dog named Spot, and his previous owner, she was a young girl, 18 years old maybe, and she told us that her family could no longer afford to keep him because they were really affected by the pandemic, and they could only keep him tied up in their garage. He wasn't really being fed, so he was quite thin. And because he lacked socialization, he bit the neighbor's dog. So the dog, so the dog's owner, the neighbor, threatened to shoot Spot next time he attacks his dog. And the mom of the girl who owned the dog said, we have to euthanize Spot. So she came to us crying, calling us, and it was something like, it was very, very hard for us to refuse. Of course, we took in the dog. And then another situation was this, also another young lady, her stepdad has 3 Aspens, and the stepdad and her are not really on good terms, but essentially the stepdad wanted to get rid of the dogs. And his only options was like, okay, you figure out what to do with the dogs, or I'm just gonna let them loose and basically throw them to the street. So then she came to us with this problem, and of course we took the dogs in. But is this encouraging the behavior? What do you guys suggest we do when faced with that type of dilemma? And yeah, I just want to get your thoughts on that. It's very you're backed up into a corner,
Yeah. Well, for us, Kai, again, we get so many pet surrender requests every day. As in, not a single day na wala talagang nagme-message sa amin na gustong mag-surrender. And again, yes, it's a form, pet surrender is a form of abandonment. But like what we discussed earlier, na the problem right now is hindi pa talaga ganun kalakas yung IPEN, ng Animal Welfare Act. So while it is a form of abandonment, hindi pa talaga sila napipinalize talaga. Because yun nga, we still really have to strengthen the Animal Welfare Act, and we have to make sure that it's properly implemented. So for us, it's always a case-to-case basis. Yes, we accommodate some pet surrender requests, but it also goes with, hours and hours of lecture. Again, case-to-case basis siya. Kasi sometimes, when you say no to all of the pet surrender requests, makikita mo naman like along the way sa conversation na if you're not gonna accommodate the pet, either papatayin nila or iiwan na lang nila sa daan. So I think, yes, to answer your question, it is really a form of abandonment, but our problem right now lang talaga is hindi na sila maparusahan pa because we still lack talaga yung IPEN sa law natin. So for now, it really depends upon us. If kaya naman ng resources natin to accommodate but I highly suggest na we really should educate them talaga.
Yes.
We've had cases naman na gustong i-surrender but after, an hour or so of
Nako,
lecture,
dami.
they realize naman pala na, sige, they'll exhaust all means or they will tap friends or relatives muna. And sobrang dami na pa-konsensya talaga na pag-lecture sa kanila.
Yeah, tama si Malukay. Like in the inbox, ang dami yun din yung strategy namin with the people who message us. Talagang sinasabi namin outright. Actually,
malalaman na nila yung strategy.
Hindi. Sasabihin ko na. Pero I find it effective din. Kasi parang, sinasabi namin sa kanila outright. Actually, pag nagsusurrender kayo sa amin, form of abandonment yan. Tapos parang matitigilan sila. And then, there's a lot of people then that we appreciate who come back to us and they tell us, sige po, pinag-isipan namin. Parang hindi na lang po namin papa-adapt or nakahanap po kami ng ibang mag-a-adapt. So, minsan yung mga tao, feeling ko kailangan lang din talaga nilang masabihan. And, ayun, I think it helps na
it really all boils down with education. It really all boils down with education and also making them understand na buti nga kayo, ito nga lang isang aso yung pinoproblema nyo. Pag isurrender dito sa shelter, 500 na yung iniintindi naming rescues. And then, if they resort to surrendering the pet to the pound, of course, we explain it to them. Parang kayo lang po yung nagpapatay ng aso nyo. Again, the pounds cannot keep them there forever. So we educate them na if they will not surrender it to us and they will go to the pound instead, pinapaintindi natin sa kanila na, well, the dog's gonna be killed there in 3 days time, in a week time, or, depende, kasi iba-iba din sa bawat pound, depende kung may capacity sila na pakainin pa and patagalin pa dun yung mga aso. But at the end of the day, they will not stay there forever. They will be killed. So alam mo yun, and I guess, Kai, I hope people will understand kung gaano to kahirap sa atin. Because while we also say no to them, grabe din yung effort natin actually to educate them on top of all of the other responsibilities and all of the other things that we have to do. But because we just want to, give it a shot, na baka lang, di ba? Baka lang mag-change yung mind nila and maintindihan nila na they should not surrender the dog. Yun, it really takes a lot of effort on our end. And again, if we have people talaga sa Congress or we have people in office listening to us right now, I hope you all understand that that's why we need your help. That's why we need your help na ma-implement talaga. Dapat makulong lahat ng mga nagsusurrender. Dapat hindi na pwedeng magkaaso yung mga nagsusurrender kasi the reality is lahat ng weight na sa amin po ngayon ng mga animal advocates and animal rescuers. Kasi yun nga, if only we can take them all, actually we will. Kahit ano pa ang rason ng mga taong yan, if only we have enough resources, if only we have enough manpower, we will take them in. It's really just the constraint talaga ng resources natin and ng space natin. That's why we say no. But yeah, it's a case-to-case basis.
Right. That's what we're working with now, basically case-to-case basis. I mean, some excuses are really just awful. Like,
lame.
Oh, this dog doesn't get along with my other dog, so here, take him, please,
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so there were also times na may nagko-contact sa amin, they want to surrender their pets. So if the pet did not receive abuse from the owner, we try to help. So what we do is we let them hold on to the dog for some time, and while we're looking for adopters online. Or sometimes when they're not available na, say they need to move out or they need, may reason lang behind why they can't keep the dog anymore for another day, we have standby fosterers. So we take the dog from them and then we give the dog to the fosterer while we're waiting for an adopter. Now, when the dog receives abuse, we go to the police. And then we take a mobile going to the area para i-retrieve yung aso, threatening the owner that there is an existing law that protects the animals. Not only the dogs, but even the livestock are protected by the law.
Yeah.
And we also want to make sure that they're not going to get another dog. That they're not getting rid of this dog because it's senior or may sakit, or because they're adding a new pet in the family. And when a neighbor reports that this family, nagdagdag ng isang aso or bumili ng bagong aso because kinuha na namin yung dating aso nila, barangay muna. We go to the barangay hearing, and then pag hindi pa kami nag-agree doon, then we go to the police. And ang problema niyan is witness. Ang reporter natin, we offer them, various things para lang masampulan ba, para may sample tayo na itong mangyayari. Pero every time talaga, maraming cases kami na-handle na grabe ka, kaso-kaso ka, hindi mo masisikmura, gaya nung isang pamilya na they have dogs in mostly part of their house. And yung tali was like 1 foot. Hindi sila nakakadapa, hindi sila nakakaupo. So, nakaganon na yung paa nila, yung hind legs nila, and while their front legs are on the wall, and they've been like that for 2 years. And the reason, para hindi sila makatulog at para talagang magbabantay ng bahay.
Oh my God.
And alam mo yun, pagdating mo dun, sila pa yung umiyak. Nanggigigil ako. Nung kita akong umiyak na, tapos sabi ko, sige, umiyak ka. Tapos sabi ko, hindi na pwedeng ganito. Kasi sabi nila, sige, surrender daw nila. And I said, my co-founder said, you can't have another dog para gawing ganito. Sabi na hindi na daw. And then we took that dog from that family. And then the next day, nalaman na lang namin na may puppy na naman sila. And they were gonna use that puppy in that same spot. So we took we took the MAA police officers with us para bisitahin yung pamilya and then give them a warning.
Okay.
But at the end of every day, on top of everything talaga, hindi dapat iniiwan lang sa city vet sa mga abogado, sa mga NGOs ang animal welfare. Anyone can be an advocate for animal welfare. It should start in yourself. Use your cell phones, use your social media, mag-post ka lang a quote about the dog and how much you love your dog and what this dog did that really touched your life. And anything that your dog did that touched your life, that could influence other people. You don't have to be an NGO. You don't have to be Malu Perez or me. Or you don't have to be any celebrity to be the voice of the voiceless. It should start in yourself, then in the family. Kasi wala namang stray dyan. Kung nung unang panahon pa lang, ang mga tao ay meron ng genuine care towards animals. But they don't care. Pag nanganak and they want to get rid of the puppy, they just leave them somewhere. Nililigaw nila or iniiwan nila. Because they don't want to take the responsibility.
Yeah.
And they were not educated enough na pwedeng ikapon, na magkano lang naman ang kapon kung talagang kakausapin mo yung private vet or yung city vet or ligation ba. But now, we are in a more modern world. Now we have social media, we can Google.
Yeah.
Everybody should really take part in the advocacy. Hindi pwedeng may aso dito na uulanan, baka pwedeng ma-rescue. Nandiyan ka na. Diba? Ba't hindi mo nalalapitan? Katukin mo yung bahay. At kapag talagang hindi ka papansinin ng may-ari ng bahay or yung may-ari ng aso, for the meantime, lagyan mo munang barong-barong or payong ba para hindi mo na mabasa or lagyan mo ng tarima or anything na pwedeng patungan ng aso and then wait for tomorrow na makausap mo yung tao. Now, if the barangay does not understand or does not know the law about animal welfare, then talk to them about nuisance or you are disturbed at night because laging umiiyak yung mga aso niya, yung aso nila kasi laging nababasa ng ulan. Then maybe the barangay will listen to you. But you also have to mention the law and then take them to section 6 and take them to that part where it says kapag buhay ang aso, barangay, kapag patay, pulis. Kapag may threat sa'yo na sige, punta kayo dito, makikita nyo. Like what happens to us every single time. At talaga. So pupunta kami ng animal welfare desk, dala kami ng mobile, punta kami sa lugar, and then we show them and we go on live to show everyone that this is what's gonna happen to you if you don't believe in the law. Because hindi yan pinag-aralan ng maraming abogado para lang pagtawanan ng mga uneducated people. And every day we get upset because these people are educated. And we report them to NGOs na crippled then because we are not funded by the government. We report them to our friends, to our family. We parang nag-vent out tayo doon. Pero dapat doon pa lang nakagawa ka na ng action, which is to discuss what these animals, that these animals have feelings too. Diba? Like you don't have to keep them or you don't have to rescue them from the streets, but you just leave them be. And if you can't afford yung sinabi nga kanina na kung hindi mo naman kayang pakainin ng pamilya mo, ba't ka pa magdadagdag? Diba? Ba't ka pa magdadagdag ng pagpakain? So here in Pet Avenue, we don't have the number of dogs that Potion Project has or AKF has. We only have like 70, 50 dogs because every day we remind everyone that we need to be responsible. Na kapag nag-take in tayo ng animals, we should be able to provide for them. May emergency man o wala, kailangan afford nating dalhin sila or lahat sila if there's an outbreak sa clinic. Now, being an advocate, I can't show them now we have like 100 dogs and yet every day we ask for their help. And we always say now, we can't help now because our hands are full, which is really true. Oo, kawawa, but you're there already. It doesn't take superpowers to save one animal. You just need to post it on social media. We can help you get a fosterer while waiting for an adopter. So my point really is the advocacy starts within us and our family. Yun.
Hindi,
Thank you,
sobrang,
Miss Nina.
I think, yeah, sobrang
We
ganda
feel
ng Miss Sheena. And,
feel you.
yeah, we feel you and talagang we completely
Wait,
understand
kids,
it.
sorry. I also want to ask Jana, in relation din dun sa tanong ni Kai. Like, I wanna know how does, paano yung response ninyo dun sa mga nagsusurrender sa shelter ninyo?
For DAS, if the owners will message us personally, it's the same, I think, with all the other rescues. It's on a case-to-case basis. Kasi minsan, nakikita kami sa inbox na, oh, I'd like to surrender my dog, but we can see that the dog is well taken care of. Minsan, just small quarrels lang within the family. So what we do is we try to suggest, same as that avenue, can you find the foster first? Can you find somebody to take care of the dog first and look after the dog, and then maybe you'll change your mind after 3 days to a week. Now, if we look at the dog and then we see that this dog is really not well taken care of, then that's the time when, because it opens up a can of worms. Actually, you're sort of, once you accept a dog that's being surrendered, it's sort of encouraging others to do the same. Because from what we've experienced before, we would accept because we didn't have the number of dogs we have now. So before we would accept, and then suddenly we started getting an influx of requests. So what we thought was, maybe, these people are telling their friends that, oh, you can just surrender your dogs to the shelter because they'll accept. So you have to be very careful about the cases you accept, because sometimes you're just encouraging them and even enabling them to do that. So really, it's on a case-to-case basis. And then same with what Miss Malu said, you really have to try and educate them and try to convince them that, this isn't the way. Sometimes you have to scare them into not surrendering. Do you know this is illegal? Do you know this is against the law? Do you know you could get penalized for this? So there's that as well. I don't think there's really one correct answer.
Yeah. But like hearing from everyone, I think bottom line is everyone's just overwhelmed already right now. We already have so many animals under our care, and I hope that all of the reporters, lahat ng mga concerned sa mga animals na nakakita ng cruelty, mga tinatapon na puppies and kittens, you have to do something. If you feel like you're having a hard time with just one, please think of us who take care of a lot of animals while we also get so many more reports on the page. If you feel like you're already overwhelmed with your pet, know that the pound is gonna euthanize them one way or another. It's as simple as you surrender them to the pound. Yes, they may take care of your pet right now, or they may try to have them rehomed. But if they won't get someone to adopt your pet, they will euthanize your pet because limited lang po yung space ng pound. As much as they wanna keep the pet, hindi nila pwedeng alagaan nila doon forever. So, if there's any reminder talaga, please don't even get one if you cannot commit to a lifetime commitment and responsibility. I know so many people wanna help and rescue, pero hindi pwede na iasa niyo po lahat sa mga shelters and sa mga rescuers. And again, we're not superheroes na we cannot just be everywhere. Or mga nagre-report minsan sobrang layo pa. Yun, I think that's the bottom line talaga. Please understand that everyone's already overwhelmed right now. And wait, actually sobrang dami pa talaga concerns and questions sa comment section. But it's getting late already.
Yeah.
And again, we can talk about this talaga for forever. Maybe if we can just get some parting words from everyone, I would appreciate if probably we after your message, if you can just leave a 1 or 2 liner kung ano yung promise nyo for the animals as we end this 5-day na series ng webinar to promote actually to make people aware of the reality of homeless animals. If you can just leave us with your message para sa lahat and kung ano po yung promise nyo sa animals and yung pinaglalaban natin na animal welfare. Maybe we can start with Doc RB.
Yes po. Siguro yung ano ko lang is sana magtulungan na lang yung lahat, no? Actually ang ang advocacy na ito hindi advocacy ng isang opisina lang. Dapat ito collaborative interagency, no. So lahat sana kikilos. Hindi kaya ng isang office lang. So ang ano ko lang dito is sana magtulong-tulong pa rin tayo. Ang opisina po namin, ang City Veterinary Office ay laging bukas, open sa mga animal welfare advocates, no? Hindi namin sinasara ang pintuan ng opisina namin sa inyo. At siguro yung iba na nagkakaroon lang ng misunderstanding dun sa mga ibang city veterinary offices nila, siguro minsan nasa way ng approach yan. Try nyong kaibiganin yung mga nasa loob. Mababait yung mga yan actually. Huwag niyong awayin agad. Medyo gandahan niyo yung pagkausap sa kanila. Minsan siguro dahil lang nadadala lang din sa puso ng trabaho nila, no. Kaya umiinit din ang ulo, pero huwag niyo silang sukuan. Ako na po yung nakikiusap sa inyo. Huwag niyo silang sukuan, kayo na po ang umintindi sa kanila at napapagod din, no, sa trabaho at nasisigawan, namumura sa trabaho nila. So siguro ang ko lang is magtulungan tayo. Huwag tayong mag-iwanan sa ere, huwag tayong magsiraan ng kanya-kanyang advokasya. No? Isa ang advocacy natin dito is for the welfare of the animals. Okay?
Dok, ano yung promise mo? Anong promise mo sa animals?
Saan po? Sa animals? Siyempre,
sa animal welfare in general.
Hanggat nandito po ako ay nandun yung buong support ako para sa kanila. Yun lang.
Thank you, Doc RB, and please extend our heartfelt thanks to the whole team of City.
Salamat din po sa pag-invite sa amin. Sana sa ulitin po, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, Doc. And then maybe Ish, we can hear from Miss Jana of Dumaguete Animal Sanctuary.
Okay, so my short message is first to pet owners and those who are considering to get pets. First of all, please try to adopt. If there's somebody here listening who's considering getting a dog, please don't buy. There are so many dogs in your local shelter. Please consider adopting. One less dog from our shelter means one more dog that we can take in. So that's the first thing. And then also, if you're considering getting a dog, please be responsible. Don't get the dog just for the sake of getting a dog. Don't get the dog because you think it's cute. Please be responsible. You have to know that sometimes getting a dog means you will spend 20,000 pesos, 30,000 pesos, 60,000 pesos if your dog will get sick. That's the reality. So you have to also be aware of that. And then once you're responsible, you can't just dump your problems onto the shelter if it gets too much for you to bear. You can always reach out, and sometimes you can help with the fundraisers by sharing your posts. Please don't give up on your dog because they've never given up on you. Then the next is the NGOs can't do it alone. We can try to pressure, people in the government to help us, but we also need clamor from the public sector, from normal citizens. So please try to reach out to your local officials, to your city vets. If if you feel like your city vets aren't as proactive as Doc RB and some of the vets here, please try to reach out. If they hear a lot of input from the public sector, then they may change their minds, because NGOs alone, especially here in Dumaguete where there's only one that I think is active right now, we can't put that much pressure as opposed to the entire public asking the government to do more. And then also just try to push for education as much as possible. A lot of people still don't know about neuters, don't know about animal welfare. So really, the only solution to getting rid of the strays here is not to get rid of them literally, but to trap, neuter, and release. And that's the only way we can eliminate the problem we have with strays. So as much as possible, tell your neighbors there are free spay and neuter programs every 6 months or so. So you try to get as many people as possible on board. So that's really it. And then my promise is for us, for DAS, because there's so much that goes on, and sometimes there are things that we don't see eye to eye with. Our promise really is to always put the dogs above any other personal issues that we have, any other disagreements that we might have. So our promise is to always put the dogs first and to do our best with regards to the dogs. At the end of the day, that's it. And hopefully, to think long term in regards of what we can do, and not just to give 100% for 10 days and then that's it.
Yeah, that's right.
So so that's it, and thank you.
Thank you, Miss
Thank you,
Jana. Do you
Jana.
want to promote your social media platforms? If you
Yes.
want to donate and help out, volunteer and adopt.
So right now, Dumaguete Animal Sanctuary has a website, so you can type www.dumagueteanimalsanctuary.com. You can also search for us on Facebook and on Instagram. We're most active on Facebook. For people in Dumaguete, you can volunteer, but we're looking for long time and committed volunteers as well. So if you have 6 months to spare where you can drop in once a week, we would love to have you on the team. What we need right now are people who are willing to socialize with the dogs, to take them on walks. So if you have 30 minutes every week to spare, we would love to work with you. That's it. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss Jana.
Thank you,
Now
Jana.
let's hear it from Guy from Lara's Arc.
Sure. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for inviting us here. As a very young shelter, we benefit so much from hearing your thoughts and being a part of the conversation, being able to ask questions to various advocates and animal warriors from different sectors of society, from NGOs to in the field. So thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us and inspiring us really with your passion and dedication to animals. I feel super inspired and excited, to keep going. So
Okay.
yeah, and for the viewers, I encourage you to break the stereotype on aspens. We have a lot of people who want to adopt aspens as bantay, and they're much more than that. They're family to us, and please encourage those around you and your loved ones to see them that way too. Of course, spay and neuter your pets. Treat strays with love, respect, and compassion. And consider adopting or fostering if you have the space, time, and funding to do so. If you want to adopt or buy a dog, please remember that it's a 10 plus year commitment. And yeah, spread the word about your local animal shelters and orgs. Donate when you can. My promise to animals is to keep fighting and to continue being inspired by the community, to stay connected with this community, and keep spreading the love. So thank you.
Thank you, Kai. And you might want to promote first your pages if people want to volunteer and adopt and support you guys.
Yeah, if you want to follow us, we're at larasarc.ph on Instagram and Facebook. We're always looking for adopters and fosters too. So if you're available, please reach out to us. We'd be super happy to get to know you more and introduce you to the pack. Right now, because of COVID, we're quite strict with our volunteers. But we're also looking, by the way, Doc RB, if you know any vets or any even vet students who would be willing to work with us in Nasugbo, because we have a small clinic now and we're looking for a vet. If you know anyone, please refer them to us.
Yeah. Or if we have, if we have vets watching us right now.
Yeah, any vets watching, please reach out to us. We'd be super happy to have you on board. Our dogs would love to meet you, and we have many other animals too.
Yeah. Thank you, Kai. And
So
to
much.
Titan also, thank you for joining us tonight. And then, Ish?
I think maybe see Miss Kathy or Miss Jassy. Yeah, any from Animal Rescue Team Metris before we end. So
Yeah, but I think we have to hear from everyone. Type short words from everyone.
Yes, good evening again. Para po sa lahat ng mga kasama ko mga poor mom at sa mga gusto maging poor mom na rin, ayun, adapt doon siya kung kaya rin naman as well sa mga sinabi ng mga kasama natin ngayong gabi, no? Kung kaya nyo naman mag-alaga, mag-adapt po kayo galing sa mga impoundings, galing sa mga shelters. Yun po. At saka um, sa mga impoundings natin, be humane. More humane naman tayo sana. No? So, spread natin yung love. Magpakatao tayo. Huwag naman tayong, kasi hanggat maaari, magmahalan tayo. Huwag tayong, mahalin natin yung kapwa natin, hayop, kung ano man yan. Kasi, yun isang mundo lang tayo. Then, promise ko sa mga dogs, hanggat malakas tayo, mamahalin natin sila. At isa pa, yung stand tayo dun sa no pound, yes to shelter, no euthanize. Yun pa.
Yep. Thank you,
Thank you, Miss
Kathy.
Kathy. And then, Miss Jazzy.
Jazzy, yeah, just a few words.
Yes, sa akin naman, ano lang, para lang sa mga pet owners, no? Kailangan, pagka kumuha tayo ng cats, o kaya ng dog, so ano sana naman is, papanindigan natin siya hanggang sa huli. Diba? Hindi yung pagkapapi lang, cute lang. Diba? Kumbaga, sa una lang. Pero, once na nagkasakit na, so meron ng mga health problems, so ano na, kumbaga, papabayaan na lang sila. So, and wag din natin sanang bigyan din ng burden lahat ng mga shelters. Wag nating ibigay yung burden na pag-ayaw na natin is susurrender na natin sa pound o kaya sa mga shelters or sa mga rescuers. Kasi, first of all, hindi namin, or, ewan ko lang kung ano yan, kung tama ba itong sasabihin ko na hindi namin sila or hindi responsibility ng mga ng shelter at ng mga rescuer yung mga yung mga responsibility na dapat kayo yung gumagawa. Parang ganon. And yun lang. And support na natin nga yung mga shelter groups din by donating din.
Yep.
So, yun lang din. And tama rin yung sinabi rin ni Ma'am Kat na magiging makatao tayo. And then, especially nga sa mga dog pound. Kasi yun talaga kasi yung number one talagang problem natin dito is yung mga hayop na hindi sila na ititreat ng tama. Yun lang. And thank you rin po sa Potion Project dahil first time talaga po namin to na na mag-join po sa webinar na ganito, and napakarami po talaga naming na dito na na tutunan dito, and thank you rin po sa mga guests po natin dito na mga natin. Yan, so thank you po.
Miss Jassy.
Thank you, Miss Jassy.
Please promote your pages for people who want to donate and support you.
Yes po. You can support us po sa amin pong Facebook page po, which is the Animal Rescue Team Metro East.
Animal Rescue Team Metro East on Facebook.
Yes po. And reminder ko din po pala, Miss Malu, thank you din po dahil po nakatulong po kayo sa amin po before last November po nung yung Ulysses. So, thank you po sa donation po na nasend po ng Potion Project po sa amin. So, thank you po.
Thank you.
Po tayo lahat. Salamat. And then,
si Miss Sheena na lang.
Miss Sheena from
Miss
Pet
Gail.
Avenue.
Meron ka ba bang final? Si Dr. Cabel is Miss Gail na lang. Kahit few words lang, and maybe like message nyo na lang to the viewers na nanonood. Kahit message na lang.
So when we feel bad about the homeless dogs, don't just feel bad. Give them a home. Feeling bad is not enough to save a rescue. Posting them on social media or reporting them on social media is not enough to save a dog. So give them a home, or alam mo yun, hanapan sila ng pamilya, tulungan nyo kami, hindi puro report, hindi puro asa sa city vet or sa mga pulis natin. And sa mga kapwa ko rescuers, I know that this issue is circulating online, hindi lang sa Pet Avenue, but other rescue groups are, I'm sure, getting, parang mga issues din. It shouldn't matter kung sino ang naka-rescue no report. You know, it shouldn't matter kung sino naka-rescue no report, sino naka-response no report. It doesn't matter kung alam namin na kayo palang nauna. The credits should not matter. What matters should be yung na-rescue na yung aso, na-rescue na yung reported na animal. At sa mga viewers po natin, sa mga pet owners or mga kapitbahay na may kapitbahay na naabuso ng mga hayop, pagbuhay, barangay. Pagpatay, police. So, ayun. And please adopt, don't shop, because no breed is better than the other. So, yun lang po.
Christina. And then they can follow you on Facebook, Pet Avenue?
Yes, ang page po namin ay Pet Avenue. So, hindi po kami rescue every day or rescue every week because we are, you know, we want to make sure that we have enough funds. So, memes ang nandun, mga funny memes about our rescues and sheltered animals. And then you can support our advocacy by buying our items on Shopee. Yung Shopee po namin ay Pet Avenue Rescue Team. So 100% goes to the rescues and our monthly bills.
Thank you, Miss Sheena. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss
And
Sheena.
then, maybe let's hear from Dr. Cabell first before Officer Gail. Dr. Cabell, are you still there? Yeah, if you have
yes,
final
oo.
messages.
Para sa mga city vets, develop na lang natin yung rehab, rehome, and adoption programs to lessen euthanasia. Ang goal namin, gawin namin maging useful members of the community ang mga animals. I-rehabilitate namin sila, ititrain pa para makasama sila ng mga sa home for the aged, sa mga police detachment, sa mga health centers namin, para gawin po natin ang aso na pwede natin isama sa mga search and rescue para bigyan sila ng magandang buhay kaysa i-euthanize. Yun po ang goal namin.
Yeah.
And
Thank
promise
you.
na lang po, Dr. Cabell, promise for the animals and animal welfare.
Yun na nga, gusto namin bigyan na ng magandang buhay yung mga impounded dogs. Promise namin.
Thank you po, Doktora.
Before we proceed with Officer Gail, last but not the least talaga siya. We just have to play this video from Mayor Joy kasi hindi natin na-play kanina. She wanted to join us tonight, but she sent her message for everyone.
For the past years, Quezon City's ballooning human population has served as a boon and a bane. For the past years, Quezon City's ballooning human population has served as a boon and a bane as the city grows and progresses. Unknown to most, the growing human population has a direct relation to escalating stray dog populations. According to the dog population survey made by the Humane Society International from 2017 to 2018, Quezon City is also home to more than 600,000 dogs. Around 30% of the established population is left to roam the streets. That gives us more than close to 200,000 dogs roaming the streets, foraging for food, looking for loving and caring homes, needing medical care, and at risk of acquiring and transmitting the deadly rabies virus. Some end up as roadkill while attempting to cross the streets, which likewise puts our motorists at a bigger risk of being in vehicular accidents. Faced with difficult issues and expensive band-aid solutions to address animal population control and welfare, Quezon City has looked for ways to reduce roaming and homeless dogs and cats population with due regard to animal welfare. After all, these animals are members of our community too. In fact, the COVID-19 pandemic has proven to us that dogs and cats alleviated our anxiety, stress, and depression during this most difficult time, serving as our companions, playmates, and emotional support. Mind you, impounding is not something that we want to do, but we had to in the name of health, safety, and sanitation, and because we are mandated by law to do so. Rabies is a dreadful disease that we must protect our citizens from. Sadly, our citizens are unmindful of their role as well to be responsible pet owners. For many years, Quezon City has been impounding an average of 200 dogs per week. I say this has to stop. Consistent with my advocacy for better social services and good governance, your Quezon City veterinary team has been looking for ways to improve the system. Today, we are undertaking a big leap towards the protection of the roaming or homeless dog population. We are moving towards the care and protection of animals in the city as useful members of our community. We have created the Quezon City Animal Care and Adoption Center. This center is dedicated to the rehabilitation and rehoming of impounded dogs and cats within the city, aiming for them to have that chance of finding better homes and loving and caring families. We will invest in their veterinary and psychosocial needs to get them qualified as adoptable. We will make veterinary care accessible to the community with the vision that better animal care will also improve pet responsibility. Spay and neuter will be made available as part of our regular social services together with the anti-rabies vaccination. On top of that, we will engage in developing our emotional support animals, including training to make them search and rescue dogs. All of these programs will be managed by our competent team from the Quezon City Veterinary Department. As part of my advocacy to provide better social services and good governance in Quezon City, these improvements are conceived as sustainable and animal welfare-friendly solutions to address the plight of the stray and homeless dog population. As a pet owner myself, I always believe that animals, regardless of breed, deserve similar respect and compassion along with humans. After all, any aspin or puspin is worth loving.
Thank you, Mary Joy.
Thank you
Sobrang, yeah,
very
it's so
much.
nice nga. I think parang we really appreciate na we get this kind of support slowly
Yeah.
with our government officials. So thank you po,
We're
Mary
looking
Joy.
forward. We're looking forward to the adoption center and we're looking forward to more spay and neuter
Yes.
programs for QC kasi as mentioned nga Ish, 'di ba? Sobrang dami talagang stray animals in QC. So hopefully, it not just QC, but more and more city vets and LGUs talaga mag-offer na ng libre kapon kasi kapon ang solusyon talaga.
Yep.
So ayun, last but not the least,
And then,
yes,
yes, syempre si Miss Gail. Sobrang thank you so much for
Officer
staying with us
Gail.
and to the
I
end. Kayo po
know.
lahat, si Doc RB, si Dr. Cabell, and especially Miss Gail. So, kayo po mag-close nung
Officer Gail,
parting words.
yeah, parting words.
Ano lang masasabi ko, ma'am, dati hindi ko alam kung bakit ako nagpulis. Ngayon, ito pala yung rason ba't ako naging pulis.
Oo.
Diba? Kaya masasabi ko sa kapwa ko pulis na sana yung nakikinig ngayon, yung mission natin sa organization natin is to serve and protect. Hindi yun nakalimit lang sa tao. I-extend mo yun sa mga kasamahan natin, mga hayop dito sa mundo. Yun lang. Salamat. At salamat din sa portion. Miss Malu, I just want you to know na ikaw din nag-inspire sa akin na maging ganito. Kaya thank you so much.
You have no idea how happy we are to have known you, and we really hope more and more people talaga sa police. Ma-inspire din sa ginagawa mo. Every day, every time I see your post, stray feeding, tapos kasama mo yung city vet, nagkakapon kayo, you're very active with adoption. It gives me so much hope talaga. We get to the point na marami pang mga police officer. Singa lang natin ang promise si Officer Gail, kahit alam naman natin gagawin niya lahat. Di ba? Armor nga niya to sa animals yung uniform niya. But yeah, we just want to hear it straight from you, Officer Gail. Your promise for the animals.
Promise ko sa kanila, gaya ng palagi kong sinasabi, alam niyo na rin ba? I will use my uniform to be your armor.
Yes.
Sana lang naintindihan ng mga animals yun, no? Magkamatayan na talaga gagawin ko yun. Kaya, yun lang talaga yung, At saka sa mga, hello ma'am, sa lahat ng mga nakikinig, huwag po kayong mag-alangan na lumapit sa mga police stations. Yes, at pag hindi sila gumalaw, report nyo kaagad sa mga head office po. Pwede po yan.
Thank you, Officer Gail.
Thank you, Officer Gail.
Thank you very much. And to everyone who joined us tonight, thank you talaga. More than 3 hours talaga na usapan, and for sure we can stay a little bit longer kung wala lang
yung kahapon.
Mga responsibilities. But on behalf of the whole Potion Project team nga we're very grateful sa kanila for sharing their time and their knowledge. And we really hope marami pa po tayong na-inspire dun sa, especially na yun nga, it's ang saya ng feeling when you are able to get everyone to come together. Hindi kasi siya palagi na nangyayari. And lagi talaga na merong wall between the LGUs and the mga private groups. So, it's just, parang it's so refreshing. Now, we actually have everyone here together. And we hope more pa will be able to join us din to sa mission natin nga, na i-unite yung lahat-lahat. So, go Ish.
I think, may spotlight ko lang para ano lang. But I think that
we'll say thank you na again and goodbye to all of our guests.
But
Thank you again so much for joining us.
Thank you for everyone who joined us.
Thank you.
Hopefully marami rin po talagang natutunan. Hindi lang kami, but lahat po lang nanonood sa amin ngayon. And then, ayun, Malu, maybe last few reminders na lang sa ating viewers of our next activities. So tomorrow, everyone, yun na po yung closing talaga ng buong International Homeless Animals Week namin. So hopefully you can join us po tomorrow during our benefit concert. And help us raise funds for our rescues and for our activities. And then, shall we, also a few reminders, don't forget to join our raffle for a cause. It's still ongoing until tomorrow. We will announce our winners next week after the concert. But and then
for those who wish to sobrang informative kasi lahat ng mga webinars natin. So it's still just gonna be up online here on our Facebook page and the YouTube channel. Please share it with other animal advocates and rescuers. Yun sa mga may concerns din, lalo na ang dami kasi mga questions din na hindi nasagot. Ngayon kasi sobrang dami. Then maybe you can forward it to us. We'll try our very best to consolidate all of your concerns and forward them to the right departments. Let us encourage everyone to be responsible pet owners, responsible rescuers, responsable talaga na tao in general.
And
again,
appreciate your vets.
Appreciate your vets too.
Appreciate your vets. Adopt cats. Adopt cats. And then do something. Natutunan namin talaga today with our webinar for animal welfare. We can all do something. I think yung mga government agencies natin, nag-aantay lang naman sila ng people to support them. So, I think yun yung key learnings for this week.
So, yun, again, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. 5 days of educational talaga na mga webinars. We hope that we can do more of this. Ang dami pa natin kailangan i-tackle sa animal welfare. And hopefully, mas marami pa tayong mga departments ma-invite-ish, no?
Yes. True. Yep. Tuloy lang natin.
Yes. Tuloy lang ang laban. Kapit lang.
Kapit lang.
I know so many talaga exhausted na ngayon. Pero kapit lang for the animals.
Kapit lang. Basta man may kakampi, di okay. And then I think we just want to announce yung winners from yesterday's live sharing giveaway. So, lumabas na ba? Screen. Maybe if wala. Hindi ko nakikita yung
We
screen
can
here.
just post it na lang.
Yeah, but if hindi ma-post, yeah, it will anyway post all of our winners for the whole week ng mga nanalo nung webinar giveaways namin. And then, yeah, I think yun Malu. So, we'll see each other tomorrow. Guys, please join us. Meron kaming special host. I think na-announce na namin siya.
Na-announce na
But
natin.
na-announce na
Mimi is
namin yun.
joining us. Your girl, Mimi.
Girl,
She's
Mimi.
joining us tomorrow sa concert. We'll be sharing not just not just beautiful music, but a lot of inspiring videos also.
Yes.
And we'll premiere the first episode of the documentary series tomorrow-ish. The teams worked so hard to put all of this together para mas marami pa tayong ma-inspire, and so that we can educate more people also on the reality of homeless animals in the country. So, guys, please invite your friends, your family, everyone that you know to watch talaga the concert tomorrow, 7 p.m. on
7
our
p.m.
Facebook page and YouTube channel. 7 p.m. Libre lang naman po ito, pero you're all welcome to donate. Because whatever we have, we always try to share it with all of our fellow advocates and independent rescuers and stray feeders. So, Ish, I think that's it for tonight. We had such a long night and hapon pa lang dyan sa'yo sa Germany.
Yes.
But thank you.
Grocery pa. Thank you, everyone.
So much. Thank
Thank
you
you,
to all of
Malu.
the volunteers. I have to say, I know that I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much for being a part of this advocacy. And again, to all of the animals that we continue to fight for, kapit lang kayo. We will never give up, no matter how exhausting and tiring this one is. We'll never give up. So, thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Again, Facebook page and our YouTube channel. So, have a good night, everybody. Take care. Stay safe. Bye.
Every being just wants to be loved and show love, especially dogs. If you have the means, the capacity to take care of one, why not?